What is poppin', everybody? It's your boy Kenpachi back at it again for episode 47 of Kenpachi's Room Podcast. I am your wonderful host, Kenpachi, followed by Blitz. Say what's up to the people.
Hey, yo, people are getting antsy out here. I was at the post office today. I had to run a couple errands after work. We got restaurants opening up out of nowhere, even though the state says we're not open ready. We're not quite ready yet. We got niggas opening up stores again. People getting restless out here. So I hope y'all still washing your hands.
Probably not.
Yeah. Chef, say what's up
This
to the
nigga's
people,
funny.
man.
Uh oh, yes, I have figured out how to configure a VPN.
Lit.
Oh, really?
Is it?
What's the
Hey, he can't say too much
You
because
can't. Yeah, you're right. My bad. And we got two guests. One of them is a regular here, and the other one is not. I feel like SJ's been on a
he be
couple
lurking in the
times.
he been lurking in the chat. But
Yeah, he be in the
actually on,
chat.
he
He
on,
be in the chat more than like on the actual podcast. But SJ, say what's up to the people, man.
My grandma's calling me, so give me a second.
All
What's
right.
up, people?
Tell her you busy.
Mitch,
Oh man.
say what's up to the
Oh
people, man.
Well, uh, hope y'all doing all right. Read Hunter X Hunter. That's all I got for y'all.
He says that every
Facts.
week.
On God, until y'all do it.
I'm not gonna do it. That's the crazy part.
Or somebody else gonna do it.
I'm not. You know it.
Hey,
Not.
before we begin the podcast, I just want to let y'all know AMC theaters themselves.
Didn't they ban
will not
like
be pl-
my bad, Universal something?
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah.
They will not be playing any Universal movies after Trolls, which is crazy to me.
Before we even
Because
get to
they
the
decided
first
to put them
topic,
shits on video on demand, which is a premium service.
is that why
I
they
mean,
did it?
Yeah, they're salty that because movies have gone straight to on demand or VOD instead of having the period in theaters. I mean, it kind of makes sense because like, why would you go to a theater now with all the hottest movies go right to Netflix or Hulu or whatever? But
Yeah,
at the same time, it's like, hey, sucks to suck.
that could have been more money in your pockets,
Oh
especially
yeah,
after
they'll
this.
recoup once
Yeah.
the Fast and Furious movie comes out.
Oh
No,
my
Fast and
God.
Furious isn't gonna. Yeah, aren't they banning that too? That's not gonna be in theaters.
Nah, because that comes out next year.
Well,
So they gonna open
honestly,
it back up for them.
honestly, movie theaters probably won't be around that long. To be honest with you, they probably won't make it till next year.
Eh, I feel like maybe in like
Because
3 or 4
even
years.
even after everything opens back up, who's going to be going to the theater?
Not me.
Not me.
They might as well just release it online anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, it definitely ain't catching me at a movie theater anytime soon.
Because you gotta
I mean,
convince people that it's safe.
if it's empty, but then never mind. I'm stupid.
Alright. But to go ahead and get into the first topic. So, Assassin's Creed, they did like a little official tease on was they streamed it on YouTube, right?
YouTube, Twitch,
Yeah,
Twitter. Yeah,
yeah. So
that shit was
they came
long,
out.
bruh.
Yo,
It
my
was like
man
over
was
8 hours.
drawing for 8 hours, bruh.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was pre-recorded, so I don't think it was live. But still, like, it was a long time for that art to take place.
Yeah, but it's very detailed and it came out amazing. Um, so with this new release, the theme is already obvious. You got this Valhalla Viking kind of theme. Now, what do you guys think? Do y'all like this? Do y'all like the theme for it? Was anybody really asking for the theme? I've never heard of like
Yeah,
Assassin's Creed Vikings. I've never
There
heard
were-
plenty
anyone
of people
say that.
asking for it.
This
It was
is
teased in
yeah.
the last game, so
It was teased a while ago.
people was ready for it anyway.
It was gonna
Really?
be a Vikings themed game. It's just that even though people usually ask, I don't know. Like people usually ask for like a Japan version of the franchise or like a ninja version, but at this point,
It's
I
either
don't know.
it's either going to be the next entry after this, or you're never going to.
There's like not much. So after this, what is there? What is left? This is Norse mythology, and then before this was Greek. We've been through Egyptian. We've been through like 1800s, all that shit. We've been through London in like the 1700s or whatever. It's literally just Japan, I'm pretty sure, left at this
Did we
point.
touch the Irish yet?
Nope.
No.
Yeah,
I
see,
guess
they
we'll
still
go
got
to
the
Celtic,
Irish.
The
mythology.
Celtic.
Yep.
Could also
So
go to
yeah.
China
Isn't
as
that the same
well.
thing?
It's either Celtic Celtic.
Celtic is the pronunciation.
Yeah. Well, I call it Celtic, but because
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
Celtic.
right pronunciation. But yeah, after this, it's Celtic, and then I guess Chinese. The Wu something.
Didn't they
I
do?
don't remember the
Didn't they
name
do
for
like a spin-off game that was based in China?
It was a
Assassin's
2D
Creed
side scroller.
China. Yeah,
Yes,
but
I think.
that's a side game. We don't really count that, I guess.
I mean, they'll probably count it
I
just
would.
as business terms.
I mean, it's in the Assassin's Creed shit, so
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
but there's more. China has so much history. You could span out so far.
Yeah.
China's history.
the Wu
Don't rule up the
Ring, I'm
modern
pretty
day. They can still go modern, like
Yeah.
full
Yeah.
on modern.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't they go modern with the is it Dennis? I forgot that nigga's
They didn't
name.
do that like
Desmond?
fully though. That was
Desmond?
only
They didn't
like
do it.
Desmond.
partly.
They did a
I
lot
mean-
of modern day sections with Desmond in the old games.
I'm talking about
I mean,
full.
Full length.
Yeah, because when you think modern, don't think like present day. They could go like World War One if they.
They did World
Two?
War One. With
did?
Assassin's Creed. I always forget the name. Syndicate. That has a
Syndicate
world.
wasn't in World War. That was
It
World
has
War One.
either it's based around World War One because I know for sure World War One. There's like a section of it in the game, and there's like a whole storyline around it.
That's kind of weird.
Well, it's
considering
either
it took place during the 1800s.
which one?
Yeah, what
No,
was
I'm
like what
pretty
was the
sure it was
relation between the two?
Syndicate. Hold
Syndicate
on.
took place in like the 1800s. My friend, when Jack the Ripper was around. Pretty sure World War One wasn't around then. But then
That
again, I
wasn't the
haven't
time
finished the
travel
game.
in Assassin's Creed, was it?
No, no. It took place in the late 1800s, but there's a World War One sequence in it with the assassins.
Syndicate takes place in 1868.
Oh, well, they can still do a World War One.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, there's definitely a World War One section. I remember it.
They jumped
And I'm looking
over
at it
I
right
mean,
now.
none of these. I'm looking at the year. I'm looking at the Assassin's Creed games by the year they take place. None of them take place during World War One.
I looked it up, and there's a World War One section in the game. Maybe it's just
Which game?
Syndicate.
I mean, well, they must have time traveled then because it
Was-
takes place in 1868.
Yeah,
Was it
World War One was in
DLC?
19
Because
it's just a side mission, and it has oh girl, I think her name was Elise. Forgot her name. It's the female twin.
Yeah, unless
Evie.
time travel is unless time travel is involved, that couldn't have been World War One. That didn't take place for at least another 40 years.
That's
Based on
what
this
I'm
Okay,
timeline.
yeah, it was just a side mission, but yeah, we could have a World War One game.
World War Two.
Yeah, World War Two.
They're gonna do that. They're gonna do a Battlefield fucking route.
I can see Nazis and Templars working together or being one. And
Yeah, yeah.
Nazis. Yeah, the Templars are because they disguise themselves as different like organizations a lot, so they could just be the Nazis in that game.
That could make sense.
But all that being said, I don't mind the aesthetic they're going for, the setting for this one. I mean, I'm not really a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I was saying in the Discord earlier, I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan per se, but like because I had this live stream up while I was at work and stuff, and the music was really getting my attention. It's like, yo, this is some like they got some bangers in here. Like it actually makes me want to actually give the series another try. So. And it makes me interested for this one.
If you do want to get back into the series just as a whole, would you do like would this be your entry or okay?
Start from square one.
You sure you want to do that?
Yeah, I was
You want to go through all those games?
Maybe. That's what I said. Maybe.
You'll enjoy the story.
Because I tried Assassin's Creed before. I only played like a little bit of 1 and 3. But what got me interested in it when it was like at its peak was like the historical relevance that was taking place in the games. Like it was very deep in history. At least the early games were. Because the first Assassin's Creed takes place during the Crusades.
Yeah.
And then the second one was the Italian Renaissance, and then obviously 3 was the American Revolution, so on and so forth. So I was definitely interested from like a historical aspect because I like history. It's just the gameplay wasn't really keeping my attention. Like I wasn't really enamored with it, so ultimately ended up dropping it. Um, but I did play a little bit of Odyssey, or just enough of Odyssey when it was on Project Stream, or you can keep the game for free. So I do have Odyssey, so I could reinstall that and pick it back up if I wanted to. So
Yeah, you can recap the very first game. Like the gameplay for that one was not going to do no justice for you.
Yeah.
You can start with Assassin's Creed 2. That's where it really gets fun.
yeah,
Don't
I've
get
heard
the
I've heard that's the best in the series, isn't it?
One of the
don't
best.
yeah, it is. It's one of the best. Don't get the remastered version though, because that's not really
Do I
like
get it on
much
Uplay or
of it.
Steam?
Uplay. Just get because it's just gonna run through Uplay anyways, unless you can get it cheaper on Steam, which rarely happens because majority of key sites have it on Uplay. Yeah, just see if you can get the whole. Usually the franchise actually is on sale, and you can buy like certain parts of the franchise in bulk for a certain amount for like a certain price. You can get the Ezio collection, which is the one you would be interested. You get two Liberation, no, not Liberation. Two Revelations and
Brotherhood?
Brotherhood. You get all those for like I don't remember. I think it's like 20-30, and you get all their DLCs or whatever.
Let's go to Fanatical. They have a great sale going on right now for Assassin's Creed games.
So you
All right,
could, yeah.
I'll take a look at that. Yeah, because I'm willing to give it another try. Because I'm not gonna hold you. Ezio he's got to be like the drippiest character I've ever seen.
Yeah, he does
That
not
nigga
miss.
is head to toe in drip.
Wait till you play Revelations or Brotherhood. It gets even better.
He does
Wait till you
not
get
miss
to
with his
wait till
drip.
you get to costumes in fucking Assassin's Creed 3, bro. Holy shit.
I didn't get that far in 3, so we'll see.
Man.
But yeah, like the Viking setting, the Norse mythology setting, I'm not mad at it at all.
Nope.
I just liked I liked seeing like this my man's draw this shit on stream because like it's just nice to see the creative process in real time. It was pretty
Yeah.
dope. Just to see it
Especially
all
the
come
Legend
together.
Boss Logic. Shout out
Yeah.
to Boss Logic.
What are some other works that he did or has done?
A lot.
Marvel, he does a lot of. Basically, anything you see is probably Boss Logic.
True.
And then he does a lot of like fan drawings. Like when they first announced Henry Cavill as what's his man's name?
Witcher.
Geralt. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the first one to come out with an actual image, and it basically looked like the show. So
true.
they maybe like called him and was like, "Hey, draw up this dude." So
Yo,
who
skip
knows?
ahead a little bit in the stream, Kenpachi, so you can really start seeing like the shit come together.
I'm curious to see what they do with this game because they've been taking different paths with Assassin's Creed since Origins
Yeah.
Mhm.
when you were set in Egypt because they making it a little bit more supernatural now for people.
That was my next question.
That was my next question as well.
That this shit is becoming is actually more fun to me, actually. Because
Yeah.
I told y'all this earlier. I don't the stealth shit. It is cool at first, but it starts getting stale if that's the only thing you can do. But
Yeah.
nowadays, when they start adding more stuff into the game, it's really more fun.
Yeah, that was my next question because like if you paid attention to the Twitch chat at all, most of them are probably trolls, but most of them are like they really don't want that RPG like supernatural feel. They want it to be like old school, like hide in plain sight and all that shit, hiding bodies and all that shit.
They
Which
can-
it can be cool, but like you said, like to me that also gets repetitive and it gets kind of annoying because especially like if you think you do everything right, but you still get detected and all that good kind of dumb shit. It's like you know what, fuck it, I'll just pull up on everybody. How about that?
AC. Well, I remember mostly in Unity, even though that game doesn't have the best rep, it wasn't that
Shit
bad.
is
They
man.
balanced a lot of the stealth and like straight up combat parts out. Like there are a lot of parts where if you wanted, you could just run in and duel a lot, and the combat in that game was actually pretty fun. Or you could stealth, and the stealth in that game was pretty. It was pretty fleshed out because you did raid a lot of huge areas.
Wasn't Unity the one that was co-op with like 4 people?
It was co-op. Yeah, you
Yeah.
could have like
How
four
did
people.
that work? That didn't
At
work out
first,
too
it
well.
It
didn't
wasn't
work
that
out
bad,
at all.
but it didn't get played that much because it's just it they the multiplayer, like the pure multiplayer they had in 3 and 4 was really good, and I to this day have no idea why they took it out. But yeah, the co-op shit, I've always been down for co-op in AC, but like the way I like co-ops in games like these is that if you wanted, you could run through the entire story with like a friend, or y'all could hop in and help each other out, like Borderlands, basically. Yeah, like I feel like Borderlands co-op is like the best in gaming to me because you can either do the whole thing with a friend if y'all are like down for that, or you could just hop in, scale to each other's levels and do missions with each other, help each other out, drop each other loot and stuff like that, trade. That's always been like I wish if they do co-op in this game, which I'm pretty sure they will, I hope it's somewhat like that. um but yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind it going back to stealth, to be honest, because that's the ACI. Those were the most ACs I played, the ones that were like heavily stealth. But the AC combat in Odyssey, it's I don't really know how to describe it. Chef, do you have like a word for it?
The combat in Odyssey is simple.
Yeah, just simple.
Yeah, it's basically it's simple combat, and then you just throw in powers here and there,
Yeah,
and it's not like actual superpowers. It's just like like super moves you can do.
yeah. No, yeah,
So
I
just
got
throw
what
those
you
in there
mean.
from time to time. You dodge, it's dodge, strike as much as you can, and then throw in some powers in there. I mean, you can become very much OP in
Like
Odyssey.
when you say powers, it's just like you doing like superhuman punches, or you like calling down like
Mhm.
lightning bolts, like Zeus or some shit.
You
Yeah, you
do
can
the
call
Sparta kick.
yeah
That's
Sparta
fun.
kick. You can lunge about 100 yards to go spear somebody in the head. You can shoot an arrow into the sky, and then it rains down like 50 arrows. It's a bunch of other shit you can do in that game that was actually pretty fun, but that's just the formula for it. It's not nothing innovative. It's not a boring gameplay loop. I can say that much.
They're fleshing
Yeah.
out the powers of the pieces of Eden a lot more in past games. Because in the past games, you were just you're searching for the pieces of Eden. You weren't ever really truly using pieces of Eden. So
You used it in
with
Unity.
with I don't remember Unity, but in the past games, it was more of a how can I put this? I don't know how to put it, but they it okay, I got it. And when they're pushing the whole RPG element, they open up multiple doors for them to allow them to have the mechanic they already had in the game to be fleshed out so that players can use it more. And like Chef said, it made it a lot more fun than just going around as a normal RPG dude. So that's good.
I feel that. I mean, I feel like that style of gameplay appeals more to me because I feel like I probably would have enjoyed Odyssey a lot more, or probably would have continued playing past the 2 hours if it wasn't on the Project Stream shit, because that shit was so laggy and choppy. Because that obviously became Stadia, and we're not going to go down that road. Um, but that style of gameplay appeals more to me. But I don't mind like a little bit of stealth here and there. Like I just wasn't excited for like a whole 20, 30 hours of that kind of gameplay. That's why I never really went back to the old Assassin's Creed. But if this one, if Valhalla's going to be like Origins or like Odyssey, and then you have like a little mix, like if it can find that perfect balance between the OG Assassin's Creed games and the new ones with like Odyssey and Origins and whatnot,
It'd be the
yeah,
best one in the series.
yeah,
That
I
would
would
be
definitely
fire.
give it a shot.
If it perfectly blends in everything,
But then
I
I
could
think
see.
Chef said, yeah, yeah, for sure. And then I think Chef said like I don't know how stealthy Vikings were back in the day. They just ran up and pillaged
Yeah,
everybody.
they were just
So
fucking pillagers.
I mean, not
Hmm.
there. There are always that one person that's like small and skinny and of some sort of degree that can always sneak in places. So I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah,
Um,
maybe that's why people are more excited. I guess people want the feudal Japan setting more than Vikings because because of just that. Like since you're a ninja, you're obviously going to be a lot more stealthy, a lot more methodical with how you approach like since as an assassin. But then
Mhm.
like Vikings, you just like ooga booga run up on a nigga and just clock him in the
yeah.
head with an axe.
Ooga booga.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Oh no, it's
so
I could definitely already see them doing stealth like with it, where you would like heave an axe at someone, but it wouldn't make that much noise, even though throwing an axe at somebody's head would definitely cause a lot of fucking noise. But I could see, because Vikings, they had swords and shit. You could easily have them have like mini daggers and shit they pull up, just like basic stealth stuff that they've always done. But the combat, I feel like the upfront combat will be where they focus because, like I said, it's Vikings. They pull up, so they could.
I
The
feel like this
hand-to-hand
combat
combat
might
would
be
go crazy.
kind of similar to God of War,
You
just
Possibly.
want it to
because,
be
The
that
hack
way,
and
'cause
slash.
yeah, just
I
because
Either
of
don't
the
like
think
God of
theme.
War or like Ghost of
If
based on what we saw with that.
if AC turns into a hack and slash, I don't know what the community would do. I'd give it a
I feel,
shot, but the
I
OG,
feel like niggas would tear up the streets.
like niggas
This
like
is
me
what it
who've
is
been
now.
playing, yeah, but like the pure hack and slash with like barely any stealth, I feel like that would be a 180 for the series.
yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely won't go down.
I think
that
that's what like I said, people in the chat were talking about. They're most of them were probably just trolling, but at the same time, they were like, if there's no stealth, it's like no stealth, no buy or something like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Damn.
The only
No
thing I
stealth,
want
no
to see
buy.
with this one is that the parkour system needs to be revamped again. I know we in old times and they wasn't climbing and scaling buildings like they was in the modern days, but we need
Parkour
these
was
Vikings to
trash
be
in
able to.
Odyssey.
You didn't like climb
So
anything,
bad,
Chef?
bro.
Hmm?
You didn't like the climb anything mechanic they added in order?
Shit is so bad.
No, but I mean like faster shit too.
Faster?
They need
Oh.
Everything is clunky whenever you're parkouring. Is so slowed down. Like even though you could scale everything, it's just it didn't work the
Like
way
it
I
needs to
wanted
be it needs to be faster or
It
like
needs to be more fluid. Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
not as
fluid.
clunky.
Because I think
Just
it was either
keep,
Syndicate
you
or
know,
Unity that had the best parkour system in Assassin's Creed history. I can't remember which one it is, but
It
they
was
need
both-
to,
was both of them.
Syndicate was probably the best one.
yeah, they need to do something like that. Not like overboard, because I know Vikings not doing shit like that, but to the point where it's not like I'd
I mean,
rather just run around something.
I mean, you're probably going to be scaling some type of high walls or something like
Oh,
that
definitely.
because
Yeah.
I think this is based on because I think at some point in history, I don't remember exactly when, but the Vikings did try to like invade the British Isles at one. So I think like that castle in the back that's on fire, like you'll probably be able to scale like stuff like that.
This shit finna be For Honor.
So
Hey.
You don't even
No.
play For Honor anymore. Be quiet.
I'm retired once I start beating your ass. But
You're trash. You're still
all
number
right,
one.
all
What are you
right,
talking
all right,
about?
all
Yeah,
right.
whatever.
be
yeah,
that as
fucking
it may,
scrub.
Like I said, fam, I'm running in your camp and taking your ship. If they allow
Yes.
mechanics like that, I'm taking the ship.
skip ahead a little bit more.
That would be pretty interesting to see what mechanics they introduce into this new Assassin's Creed. Say if they have like another multiplayer like a AC3 or AC4.
Yeah, it makes me wonder because the reveal trailer is tomorrow. I think it's like 11 o'clock Eastern time.
Mhm.
So make sure you wait for that.
You said
But
tomorrow 11 o'clock?
yeah.
Alright.
So, but it makes me wonder. But that apparently, like the trailer, like the video, it's unlisted on Ubisoft's YouTube right now. But it's 4 minutes long. So it makes me wonder, like, how much ground are they going to cover with the reveal trailer? There better be fat
Uh,
gameplay.
Yeah.
So,
They need to be playing the game and talking at the
not
same
just
time.
not just a 4 minute cinematic. So,
Yeah,
Bro,
we
the
need
AC logo
details.
on the X is so cool.
I noticed that late. That shit looks fire.
That shit is gas, bro.
It really does look like God of War, Assassin's Creed edition.
That's what I was literally saying, bro. I was like the combat may be styled like God of War, bro.
Everything's copying God of War, huh?
I wouldn't say everything.
Nah,
God of
you
War got it-
remember
God of War got it from somewhere.
you remember back when Infinity War came out and Thor got his axe, or it was like the meme that God of War
Oh.
copied Infinity War because the Infinity Stones are in that game, and Infinity War copied God of War because they
I
got
mean,
an axe.
Yo,
do
do you
find it
think the
interesting.
man's gonna have the hidden blades, bro?
I
don't think they have that development
people was
technology.
people was meaning about that too.
No, you can't have the Hidden Blades didn't exist back then.
Because
Yeah, because what's the name? Was
The
it
the
SEO or
Assassins-
Altair that came up with it?
It was
Bayek.
it was Altair's shit. It was Altair's
It was
people
one of his
or
niggas.
their
Yeah.
organizations because
Well, Bayek had I think he had one hidden blade, right? But Altair had two.
it was, but it wasn't really like as established because the whole point of the Hidden Blades was to like establish loyalty to the Creed. That's why you gave up a finger, but the Creed wasn't really
Hey, yo!
prominent back in the day.
I'm trying to keep all my fingers. Fuck that.
Yeah. No, I mean you don't need that finger really. The blade has
Yeah,
to
I
come
do.
out. That will the blade
Oh.
comes out through where that finger is, So that's your finger now. But eventually
No,
they,
Man,
you didn't have to
I'm-
lose your finger at all.
Yeah.
yeah, you did
No, you did not.
back in the day.
No, Bayak
Up is-
tried to stop the person that was cutting her finger off, and he was like, "You sure you want to do that?" She was like, "Sure, I'll go for it." You didn't have to cut your finger off.
You
at
didn't
all.
have to do it, but people should still did it, right?
Yeah, they still did it for whatever
Yeah.
reason, but you didn't
Oh,
have to.
oh
The
yeah, I didn't
blade
play
is
Origins.
like-
I didn't know that because I
The blade
thought.
is nowhere near your finger.
Oh
Really.
wow.
it comes
Nah,
up
yeah,
on the
I-
bottom of your wrist.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, how
Yeah,
does
yeah.
that work?
No,
How does that
because,
work?
So the way it's supposed to be, right, is you put your finger in a fist, or you put your finger.
You
in a
put
fist,
your
what?
finger
You
in
put
the fist.
you make a fist, right, and the blade comes out. And the way that they said is that the blade comes through your middle finger, like it directly goes through your middle finger. So if your finger's there, it's gonna get stabbed. So you
It's
give up your
curved blade.
finger.
But
Yeah, like the way they explain, I'm saying
Hold
like
up.
the way they explained it is that your finger will get in the way and will get stabbed. So so the blade won't get in the way. You can establish loyalty with cutting off your finger, and the blade won't get away. So it's like it's a
Does
win and
Ezio
lose
have a
situation.
middle finger in this cover art for
that's
Assassin's
weird
Creed?
though, because when
I
they
don't
they
think he
deployed the hidden
does.
blade, they flicked their wrists up, so the blade is nowhere near their fingers.
Well, this is also the later renditions of the blade. They also removed the fact that you need to like put up give up your finger. I think in 2, that's when they were like, okay, no more. Because I remember it was one of the Renaissance artists that was like, he was gonna cut off his finger. He's like, nah, I'm just playing with you. You don't got to do it anymore. We fixed it.
I mean,
yeah.
if we're since we're down this rabbit hole, it would make sense to me to like make a palm instead of making a fist to have the blade come out. Just
Yeah.
based on looking at this cover art for Assassin's Creed 2, like if you make a fist and the blade comes out, your fingers are kind of your fingers are going to be in the way. But if you make a palm, it kind of makes a path for the blade. I don't know. I didn't think we were
Look.
going to get this far into it.
Yeah,
but
no, it's just basically
it looked
back in the
fire.
day.
I tell you
Yeah,
that.
basically back in the day
Nonetheless.
they had to give up a finger, but now it doesn't matter. But in the Viking days, I doubt they'll have hidden blades. It'll just be they'll pull up and slit your throat in stealth.
Well, that was a mark of the assassins. It's considering they're trying to follow the Assassin's Creed, then that's a staple of an assassin. So without
Hidden
the hidden
blades?
blade, you wouldn't be within the Assassin's Creed without a
Did
hidden
Cassandra
blade.
have hidden blades?
No,
Nah.
none of the Odyssey niggas had hidden blades. They just pulled up and slit your throat.
I'm pretty sure I had no, whatever.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about Assassin's Creed. Reading. I just
It's
history
been a minute,
part of it.
man. It's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. But so you said it was tomorrow at 11. That's when they're gonna
Yeah,
reveal some more stuff.
Yeah, I think let me double check because I think the announcement's at the very end of this, so maybe go to that.
All right.
They tell you because I think it's either 10 or 11.
My man was drawing.
Yeah, he was going. Yeah, he was going to fuck off.
Yeah,
That shit
man,
looks fire.
drawing.
Look at that shit. I was gonna say there's been a lot of Norse mythology games. You got God of War. You got Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now you have had Hellblade. A lot of Norse shit going around.
That's the thing
We're-
about these developers.
These
once they
joints been
find-
hitting too.
We're
once
past
they
the
find the gem. That's what they stick to.
because what was it? We were basically in Greek mythology for a while. Now we're in samurai.
Yeah, we feeling the Japanese culture.
Yeah, the samurai and Norse mythology is
Yeah,
like the
God of
wave
War
right
was running Greek mythology. I don't think there was any other game that was. So,
now. Dante's Inferno. Wait, no,
true.
what was that? No, they had Hades in that game, right? I don't remember. Whatever. But yeah, yeah, Norse and Japanese mythology seems to be the wave
money
right
maker.
now. Yeah, I guess
Ooh,
eventually we'll
Yeah,
get.
so
into
so maybe
Celtics.
you'll get your Assassin's Creed. I don't even know what you would call it. Assassin's Creed Sakura or some shit. I don't know.
Assassin's Creed.
Something with
Feudal-
cherry blossoms.
Is there a dynasty?
Yeah, there were.
Assassin's Creed Dynasty. that
What
could
about
work.
Empire? What about empires? Because Japan was an empire.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it could have a shit ton of names.
Yeah, they got plenty of names to go from.
All right, so
Yeah, 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Pacific. Yeah, that's 11 o'clock here.
Cassandra
or my
certainly
time.
has a hidden blade.
all right, bet. So at 11 tomorrow, if you are on the East Coast or on the eastern side of the United States, it's gonna be 11 a.m. Tomorrow. So please watch it if you want more information on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Better have gameplay, boy.
Please have gameplay. Holy shit, we definitely need to see that.
This is weird.
But does anyone else have anything else to say on Assassin's Creed before we move on to release
I can't
dates?
wait.
Y'all been doing
Yeah,
great.
we'll see. I need to I might give the series because like I said, I was reading lore bites in between work and stuff. Listen to the music because music plays a pretty big part of what I do on a daily basis. So like if you got good music, it'll get me to pay more attention to you. So
Hey, have the soundtrack bump, you got a customer, so. In other news, we have some release dates for Ghost of Tsushima and Last of
that's
Us
the good
Part 2.
news. That's the bad news.
Yeah, rip Last of Us.
What do you mean, Rip?
Hold on, get a release date first before y'all get
Yeah,
into.
Yeah. So, it is confirmed that Last of Us 2 will be arriving on June 19th and Ghost of Tsushima will
Plus, it's his
be
birthday.
arriving July 17th.
let's go.
Now, I don't know how The Last of Us 2 is going to get. I don't know, man. This new information that we've been getting and the leak, the big ass leak. I don't
The
know.
whole plot is out there, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to affect the
The
sales for
whole
The Last
shit
of
is
Us
the
2.
whole shit is on fire. Naughty Dog is on fire right now.
It won't affect it. I don't think it'll affect it.
You don't think so?
I think it. Based on what I've
Not
seen,
that
I think it might. I really think it might.
Why don't you think so, Chef?
I'm
Because I mean, yeah, spoilers was released for the game, but I don't think most people do care about spoilers, but they still want to experience the game because it is a new game and it's new mechanics. So that's the way I see it. Most people want to just experience what's new in the game if they don't care about the story really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
that
story's
makes
gonna be
sense.
something to do with, though.
You could always just
Cause
because the
but
only place
ahead.
I saw the spoilers being posted were like on the actual post of the oh, because when Naughty Dog or PlayStation, one of them, they just tweeted out sorry, please beware, and that's literally where I saw all the spoilers. So other than that, I don't think this affects the game too crazy. It's just the only thing holding the game back is itself right now because it just won't come out.
Not a bad
mean,
thing.
Yeah, this.
I mean, like I don't know how deep you got into the spoilers, Mitch, but based on what I saw and the reaction it's getting on from his fan base, this could affect the game. Like people are still gonna buy it. I think Chef is right on that aspect. People are still gonna buy it and stuff, but once they actually get into the game and into the plot and the story, I think it's gonna hurt the game. I don't know if it's gonna like I don't think it's gonna flop per se, but I think it's gonna hurt the game's image.
Okay, for sure, there is like no universe, no timeline
There's
where
too much noise
Sony.
around this game.
Yeah, there's no universe where Sony allows this game to flop. It's impossible. The
I
game
wouldn't
is
say impossible.
nah. Like there's been too much hype around this game. People loved the first one. It was like the best game on the PS3 for some people. So I don't think Sony would allow this game to suck, or not suck, but at least it's gonna sell for them.
Well, yeah, it's gonna sell, but in terms of it being like a beloved title, I think
Yeah.
that ability for that game for that to happen has been hurt.
For it to be an actual good game, I don't know, but for it to actually sell, I don't. Sony would never let it flop like that.
Yeah, well, sales and reception, two different things. Like
Yeah.
sales, I think it'll be fine, but reception, I think the reception is going to take a considerable hit.
Yeah.
I mean, because I like when it came out, like I was fascinated by all the spoilers. Like I'm on record saying I'm not a fan of Last of Us. I played the first one. I wasn't all that enamored with it, mainly because I hate zombie games. And that was the last zombie game I played, and that was the game that made me like, you know what? I'm tired of this genre. Um, but it was still it was an okay game. I just didn't think it was like a generational title. But when these leaks came out for the second one, like I was just fascinated by it. Like I was surprised as to how much diving I was going into it. Like, I mean, there's like, I want to talk about some of the plot points, but I don't want to obviously spoil it for everybody. But um, I'll just say it's a very loaded story with a lot of political messages, a lot of agenda-driven messages. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I just say expect that if you're gonna buy this game. So just keep an eye out for that.
probably do the same.
It's a very loaded plot, so and it might rub some people the wrong way. As a matter of fact, I know it will rub people the wrong way.
I'll probably do the same I did for the first one and just watch a playthrough of it. To be honest, it's by no stretch would I ever call it a bad game, but it's just not.
No, it's not a bad
for
game.
me.
It's just it's just not something I was really enjoying.
Yeah.
Like I was just kind of taken aback as to like the kind of plot point. No, I was just surprised because if y'all don't know the story, so basically I guess there was like a disgruntled Naughty Dog employee that was, I guess the environment that was going on at Naughty Dog, not just about like crunch and everything, but about it's like I guess the way that they described it, it was like an overall toxic environment.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, I got if you go to the podcast channel in the Discord, Kenpachi, I think I put some quotes in there from them.
Yeah, I saw
Um, yeah, so I don't know if you want to. I think you should be fine to put those up on
Yeah,
stream.
I'm gonna
It's
put these
just the
up.
gameplay that leaked that you can't put up because most of that shit got sniped anyway.
This is the first time I've seen something like this because I think the last two times I heard about like horrible work conditions were Rockstar and Ubisoft, and
Yeah,
they
Ubisoft
didn't
seemed
even
to
get
clean
their
themselves
shit.
up. Yeah.
Ubisoft, that was like 3 years ago, I think. But those two companies had shit work conditions or whatever. People were like literally in hell trying to make this game. But they didn't get anything leaked. And then Naughty Dog, who I'd say is pretty big.
Yeah, they are.
They're somewhat close to like a Ubisoft. Like I guess, yeah,
If we're putting
somewhat
them on
close.
tiers, I'd say they're like a tier below. Like
Yeah.
those,
If
those
Ubisoft's like
guys.
a 9 in terms of like stature in the gaming industry, I'd say Naughty Dog's like a 7.58.
I was gonna say
So
like an 8. Yeah.
yeah. So for them to get leaked this easily, it makes me think like, I don't know.
No, because
If-
no, literally somebody in there was like, you know what? These niggas is so toxic. I'm gonna firebomb this game. And
Yeah.
this is what I was saying. This is like I feel like now that people know went on behind the scenes making this game, it's gonna hurt the reception. I think because if you look at this team, like look at like in the middle of that first paragraph or the middle paragraph, the team is very much divided on the game, and voicing concerns on the story will upset certain people. Like even certain people on the team don't agree with this direction. So it's like that's going to speak volumes about your game when people get it in their hands because in the back of their mind they know this now. It's all out in the open.
Yeah.
So
So that's what I was saying. I was kind of agreeing with Blitz on this one. I don't really know how the news is going to affect people when they buy the game and when they get into the game with this in the back of their head, knowing that if they did look into the spoilers, that they're going to know that.
they can not look at the spoilers, or it doesn't really matter if they know the spoilers or not, but the fact that they know that someone from the dev team is like,
Ain't fucking
yo,
with
like
it.
there are niggas on Naughty Dog that worked on this game that low key want this game to fail because they hate the direction for it, but they did it anyway because senior directors are like, no, do this shit.
Yeah.
wasn't there a scandal like this a long time? Like another game had this exact same thing.
Oh, there's
Anthem.
plenty of-
There we go.
There's plenty
Anthem.
of games.
And
Yeah, that the whole team was divided on that shit. They didn't want the story to go like this. They didn't want the game to be this, and look how that turned out. So
Well, they wasted 5 years doing nothing. So
yeah,
and how long has this been in development?
like 8,
See,
7,
has it
something
really
like
been that long? When did Last of Us 1 come out? Is it that old?
2013, I think. Last of Us
Oh,
1.
God.
yeah, that was a PS3.
Yeah,
exclusive,
2013. Yeah, so
so-
Wow.
7
Last of
years.
Us came out, so that was a
So
minute ago.
I mean, because like you just said, we saw what just happened with Anthem when the team is now 100% behind it. Look, what's about to happen to this game now? It makes you think.
Man, and if this, bro, it's even worse than Anthem. If this game sucks, they gonna have it way worse than
Yeah, because niggas is actually looking for
Yeah.
this.
Anthem got called trash and got left to die. This is the most hyped game this year. Wait, no, Cyberpunk, second hyped game this year to me.
Maybe third, depending on Final Fantasy. But
Yeah.
it's already out. But
It's definitely top 3. So if this game sucks, nigga,
yeah, I mean, I mean that first day when all the leaks came out, I was kind of laughing, not because I want the game to fail. I just thought it was crazy that all this hype it was getting. It's just crazy to me. I can't do nothing but laugh that a game that, like you say, gets this much hype, and then it's pretty much it could very well it could have been sabotaged. We won't know until the game comes out. But if it's trash, then yeah, this game was sabotaged by its own people.
Yeesh.
And that definitely says something as well. So
And you, I would hope that's kind of there's a part of me that kind of wants it to like get shit on because maybe that would actually wake up the people at Naughty Dog and be like, yo, like maybe we should clean up our act a little bit.
Maybe y'all should go make Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, maybe you should do that. How about that? Make Jack 4.
please,
And make sure
please,
everyone's behind it, because if you're gonna fuck that up too, then hey, just fold, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, Naughty Dog's out.
don't even
Don't
like
care if
try
y'all
to
got
say-
Uncharted 5 on the way. Y'all could have Uncharted 5 and all y'all franchises coming back. If Jack and Daxter and this game sucks, if they make a Jack and Daxter 4, it's probably over for that fucking company.
They low key need to stop making Uncharted because now that's a game that's really being drawn out.
I thought that story was done. See, my thing is with Uncharted in particular, it's not that I hate the story per se or the games themselves. I'm just a fan of like knowing when to stop.
Can
Like,
I talk about the end of Uncharted? Do y'all
I don't
care?
care.
I
don't
don't
care.
care.
Huh? It's just gonna be real quick. They established like another kid. Like Nathan Drake had a kid, and that nigga's like just as much.
Okay,
of an
so if you're gonna
adventure
make
as him.
another Uncharted, make it about that nigga. Just like 30 years
Yeah.
later, don't make another Uncharted with Nathan Drake. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm a fan of when games or franchises know when to stop making shit. Like if you have a good story and it wraps up in a good way or in a satisfying way, just stop. Stop running shit into the ground.
Yeah, I don't want to see. I don't even really care about Nathan Drake, so I don't got nothing to say.
I mean, I don't care either. So they can make Uncharted till they're blue in the face. I'm not buy a one.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
But
at
if they got
gameplay.
the
of this
game
shit.
plan to revitalize it, and keep it going with some fresh content.
I mean,
by all
Tomb Raider.
means.
First of all, Tomb Raider
Good
did it
lord.
first. So
Tomb Raider got rebooted though with like
yeah,
Lord
but Tomb Raider.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, but Tomb Raider. Uncharted got its shit.
You cut out. What
Got
you
a
say?
shit from what?
It's-
You might cut up.
Uncharted got its shit from OG Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay.
So Laura did it first.
Shout out Local.
Shout out Laura. I
And
guess.
she don't
guess-
give a fuck. Even though she's a bitch in the new one, but she don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that being said, it's just a shitty situation for Naughty Dog right now. I mean, we'll know in a couple months how it pans out when the game comes out. But I mean, that I was even on the Last of Us subreddit. That subreddit is on fire right now. You got niggas arguing about a plot that may or may not be true. So it's like, I don't know. It's weird. There's like, I don't know. I'd rather not get into it because I don't want to give shit away. But yeah, it's just, I just find it fascinating, and we'll see how it plays out.
So, that being said, speaking on fucking Naughty Dog, they released an official statement. I guess, kind of about the recent news and leaks that have been going out.
Our bad.
This was the post I was talking about with all the spoilers. Them hidden replies right there to the bottom right. If you click in there, you're done. First
Oh.
thing pops up is a fat ass
Bro,
spoiler.
bruh, niggas was dropping Last of Us 2 spoilers in the Assassin's Creed chat today.
Bruh.
man.
Like it was just like when what's the name, when Star Wars came out, Episode 7 or whatever.
Bro,
or
don't scroll
Episode 8 was.
down. This nigga,
Yeah, seriously, don't go in there.
Damn. Why, bro? Why can't I go in there?
I mean, we
It's
don't
all
care.
spoilers.
I mean,
I
we
mean,
don't
I don't
care,
give
but
a
some
fuck.
people,
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh,
but-
true, true.
but people
You can
watching
go.
might.
I'm not watching, so you good.
Nigga.
I mean,
oh
people,
my god.
no, people. There's like 7 other people watching,
Yeah, there's niggas watching us. Don't.
and
do
this is
it.
going on YouTube, so those people might care.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I guess.
Yeah. So
uh,
just try to avoid spoilers like as best you can, but yeah, just know there's niggas actively looking to spoil that shit like anyone does. Major.
Swat 'em.
There's niggas is douchebags. So.
Yeah, but it ain't nothing much more than them niggas apologizing. You know how businesses apologize, so ain't really
My
nothing.
man on the right said, I mean, the guy saved me $6. And then they had the Spider-Man meme. Careful, he's a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like if you read the plot and the whatchamacallit's in there,
ending?
like the end. Well, I don't know. I don't think the ending was, but like major gameplay points and major plot points were in those leaks. And there's like an overall description of the plot, and like I said, like that plot will piss people off. It will piss some people off.
Yes, sir.
So I guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised when you see a quartering video talking shit about this.
Hey, niggas are not ready. Um,
That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, Cyberpunk ain't gonna get their shit spoiled.
Yeah,
hey,
Cyberpunk
you're
ain't getting
me,
leaked.
Couldn't
That's all
happen to
I
CD
care.
Projekt Red. That's crazy.
you're me, you're me. An
Not
amazing
my
game,
game studio.
a fire game studio. Couldn't be me.
But yeah, that's about it. Let's just wait and see what happens.
Yeah. But on to more, I guess, exciting news. Might have
Ghost
a
of
new
Tsushima.
Battlefield.
Oh, you ain't even talk about Ghost of Tsushima. That's tough.
What you
We
mean?
just
I
cared
mean,
about the release date. We don't know anything
yeah.
about the game.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you asked.
I'm
Yeah.
a wait and see on that game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't know nothing.
We moving like
Nothing.
chef. We moving like
Zilch.
chef this year.
Nada.
I feel like at this point, Ghost of Tsushima should be a PS title.
Oh, what?
PS5
launch-
title.
It should have. I said it should have been when it got teased in 2018. I was like, yo, if this should just be a PS5 launch title because, like, the way it's set up, it's like a standalone game. So, and companies usually like to announce standalones at the beginning of a generation. So
Yeah,
they might as
so-
well just do it. But I guess
Said
they want to.
remastered.
Yeah, but yeah. I guess
But anyway.
they'll just put it out at the beginning or in June towards the end. They want to go out with a bang with Last of Us 2 and Tsushima.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be a banger, right?
Oh
But speaking of a bang, Battlefield has stopped their updates, so this is leading a lot of people to assume that a new Star Wars game will be coming.
Oh, no, Battlefront stopped their updates.
Battlefront.
Oh yeah,
stopped the
you're right. You're
updates.
right. My bad. My bad. So Battlefront
I was
stopped
gonna-
their updates,
I was
but
gonna be like,
Battlefield.
I was gonna be like, should I tell,
Ba-
should I tell him or should?
I got confused
Nah,
with the
that's how you get
Battlefront and
people
Battlefield.
confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, Battlefront
So
stopped.
Battlefield will or
Nigga.
possibly be coming in 2021. Star Wars Battlefront 2 updates have stopped. So
Yeah.
they released a update. What was the shit called? Fucking
It's like
I think it
battle
came out
on
today.
Battle of
something.
The Battle of Scarif.
yeah,
Scarif,
Battle
yeah.
of Scarif came out
That was from
yesterday.
Rogue One, right?
Me don't know. Then that's the
I'm
only Star Wars
honestly
movie I
not
haven't watched.
sure. I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't that Rogue One, Marty. Battle of Scarif. Did you see Rogue One?
Is Marty even here?
That nigga's not here. But
Marty. All right.
uh,
Oh my god.
yeah. If y'all don't know, actually, like, bro, Battlefront 2, even though that game had a shit like
It cleaned
It's
up.
kind of
It
fun.
cleaned
It
the
looked
fuck
kind of
up,
fun.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
it got so much content since what the 26 when it came out 2018 2017
2017 or 18, I think.
yeah, like, dude, it's been getting supported
They cleaned up their act after
Yeah.
because the beta was fun. I liked the beta when they came out, but then there's the microtransactions and all the dumb shit EA was trying to get through there. That's when niggas revolted and they cleaned and they cleaned it up since then.
clean
So
it up
Listen,
completely
bro, I can't keep giving these studios credit for that shit.
for
Either
cleaning
release
up
the game
after.
like it's supposed to be released, or get the fuck on somewhere. Because just
That-
coming
you could-
in and trying
yeah,
to clean up
you could
later
do
is
that too.
bullshit.
yeah, you could do that too. I mean,
You're not always, it's not always going to be a siege situation where you clean up your act and your game is massive. So
Yeah, nah,
Not-
I
yeah,
can't
you don't
keep
always get
going
lucky.
behind studios like that. Like you supposed to be releasing games day one in great condition
yeah,
with actual content and fucking a game that works.
Yeah, it's
You
like
wanna
all
clean
that
up shit
time,
later? Like, what
all
you
that
doing?
time and work. You supposed to have the game like we're not expecting it to be perfect, but it's supposed to be good working condition. It shouldn't have to be day one patches or
well,
anything
remind me
like
exactly
that.
what the issues were with Battlefront 2 again, besides like the microtransactions. Wasn't there like
the microtransactions actually getting heroes like like Luke Skywalker, Yoda, it was very, very, very difficult, and you also had to unlock them, which took a long time.
Okay.
They just basically didn't give you that much
they were
freedom.
stingy? Were they like stingy
Yeah.
with the XP or something?
They were stingy with XP and letting you unlock the heroes themselves. So like you just didn't get to enjoy what you wanted to enjoy in the game. The story was not that great. It was average at best. They didn't really do much with the main character Aiden, if that was her name. And then
Oh, that supermodel, I remember her.
yeah, she's pretty bad. And yeah, that's it. But like I guess at launch, basically the only thing going for the game is that it looked fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, I liked the beta when I played that, but then just all the stingy XP and the microtransactions. I'm like, get this shit off my hard drive.
Don't forget about the
So-
pay to win aspect because they
We said that.
lock some
Right.
skills behind the loot crates, which you had to pay for.
Yeah, that too.
if
Yeah,
you
that's
wanted more. So that
Yeah.
was horrible.
Yeah, you know EA and
But
fucking
then
Dice. Dice has
after
been on that way
they,
for a wave now recently.
even though it had a bad start, they there was a whole scandal with fixing the microtransactions, getting them out the game, and then now, soon as you get the game, everything is all the heroes are available to you. Every game mode's available to you. Like literally, the only thing you buy in the game now is cosmetics. And actually, they just released a version of the game a couple months ago that gives you every piece of content for free, including like all the outfits. So it's just this game got a full like rehaul. So
Yeah. I mean, that's all right, and it's solid that the game is in a better spot now. But like, I think I'm more in line with Chef. Like, a lot of those things should have been up front, like all from day one. Like, if you're trying to put in like different characters and things like that, different heroes to play as and stuff like that, just have it to where you can play. You have to play the game to unlock all that shit. Don't be doing all this grimy shit by making niggas by paying like charging $5 a pop for costume packs or a character pack or some dumb shit like that or whatever. Whatever they. Oh,
Live service games are a plague to the gaming industry.
is this a live service game?
Yes.
Isn't it just
Might
a
as well have called it
multiplayer?
that. It was
Yeah,
multiplayer, but it was live service to me.
Yeah,
The shit is a plague.
I
He
keep
not
saying it, bro.
wrong.
I feel like all these games want to games like that. Like they all want to be like MMOs or like shit like that. Because that's really like the only time where you see things like that, where you have like regular content updates and things like that. You see that on MMOs all the time. So it's like, how come everybody want to be an MMO? Because they can charge people extra money.
Yeah. So, um, good thing I guess that they cleared up because now they stopped. So, um, maybe
Battlefield though.
another Battlefront 3? I don't know. Maybe
All I'm
down the
asking
line.
for is Mace Windu. Where is Mace Windu?
He's dead.
Fuckers. Yeah, it don't matter. Who else is dead?
He-
Dooku.
I know. I'm fucking with you. Bro.
Dooku. Who else is dead? That man.
Sidious.
nigga, everybody, bro. Like everyone.
Fucking
Everybody
Yoda,
worth a damn in that damn
Yoda,
universe.
Luke,
Yoda,
Everybody
Luke.
worth a damn in that damn
Count-
universe is dead.
everybody's dead, bro.
I'm upset.
Literally everyone on that.
Literally
damn-
everyone, even Kylo.
Yeah.
Damn, dead.
Everybody
Rest in
gone,
peace.
bro.
I'm
The
upset.
only
I mean,
nigga missing is Mace Windu, and like I
Nigga,
guess
actually-
Old
Nah, you-
Republic
you-
niggas.
you got hella people that could be adding, but
It's just Mace
I
Republic.
mean, if they want to do a Battlefront 3, I wouldn't mind if they
Yo,
do
if they start
Ultimate.
adding niggas from
It
the
could-
books, oh my god.
Clone
All they-
Wars, Resistance, y'all tripping, bro.
Clone Wars. Who could I add from Clone Wars?
Ahsoka.
Oh shit!
Look at this
Hey.
guy.
And then other.
Look at
and
his-
other
look at his
Jedi
bean like-
Council members.
Look at his bean
Prime,
like- yo.
Prime Anakin Skywalker from Clone Wars.
They had Prime Anakin.
That Clone Wars Anakin or Episode 3 Anakin?
It's
They have
Wait,
a Clone Wars Anakin costume.
they have Clone Wars. They have a costume, but it's all his movesets. It's one moveset at least.
He could be in more than one game. Put him in Battlefront 3 then. Fuck it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be everyone, obviously, and then
I still
they
want
could just
I
have
still
the-
want a Star Wars fighting game where you can be like different warriors from different time periods and shit.
Be lit.
No, they need to focus on another bad company. Fuck this Battlefield. shit.
Aw, you and
That
that
too.
company, bro.
Nah,
Bad
you're
Company
lying.
is one of the best Battlefield series, fam.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, where do you think they're about to go with this next Battlefield?
I don't know. I don't really care no
What
more.
was the last one?
I stopped caring after
World War
3.
One?
5 was World War One.
Wait, Battlefield 1 was World War 1, right?
What was
Battlefield 5
What was
is World War
Battlefield
II.
5?
Battlefield
II?
5 is World War 2.
And every other Battlefield was modern day. So like, fuck it, let's
Vietnam?
go.
Ah,
Oh,
fuck
we've
shit.
been to Nam.
It can be Battlefield Valhalla if they
Yeah.
want to.
Bad Company
Everybody going
2.
back to the Norse mythology. They might as well do it too.
Have they
If
had
they
a
do
Nam
Nam,
set?
if they do Nam,
Yes.
that
Yes,
was-
they
I
did.
think they did it.
Battle-
Did they?
Battlefield 2
That was
had a
Bad Company
DLC.
too. That was Bad Company too. It was a
Oh,
Vietnam
shit.
DLC, like an add-on, but it wasn't like a full-on campaign.
They had it. What about the American Civil War?
I'm not
Fuck
playing
no,
a
I'm
Battlefield
not
game.
playing
with
that.
What
muskets,
the muskets
bruh.
at, nigga? Come
I'm
on.
not playing.
I'm not playing a Battlefield game with muskets, bro. Miss me.
Cannons and muskets, bro. You crazy?
Yes,
Gotta-
sir.
Y'all know how long the reload animation is about to be?
We already passed that, man.
You gonna be
no,
standing
nah,
in front of the dude reloading, bruh. Like, come on.
Text me.
You gonna be that bayonet gonna carry you, but
Hey,
they
World War
actually
Three,
haven't
fuck
done a
it.
future type war setting.
Battlefield Advanced Warfare.
Well,
Like
Modern
Battlefield
Warfare is
Advanced
technically Modern Warfare is technically a future version. Like it's not like Advanced Warfare future, but it's in the future in terms
I
of
mean,
like wars.
I mean, like stupid future type shit.
Also,
like
you want
shit.
Advanced
Supposed to
Warfare.
exist yet in Battlefield.
It's either we go to like Infinite or Advanced Warfare, some like crazy shit,
God.
or like
Battlefield
we,
in space.
or
I
we,
just
we
want to
go
see
like
destructive environments come back,
yeah, I missed that. I was
like full on destructive. Yeah, I know it's destructive
Yo.
environments in the games now, but in Bad Company, you hear me? Bad Company, you can tear down entire buildings just off the strength.
You said
Off the
RPGs
strength.
actually did something in that game.
Yes.
You can do that in 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Battlefield was the game that I know the mechanics and suck at. That question I asked last week. I should have said Battlefield.
Oh, okay.
What's one game
yeah.
that you suck at? But yeah, I suck at Battlefield.
So I like it so much, the sniping mechanic, because you actually have to snipe or account for distance, even though it's not like sniper ghost warrior games type shit like that, but you have to account
Sniper
for the
Ghost.
distance and aim above people in order for it to curve down. That's what I liked about Battlefield to begin with. And then the destruction.
You saying it took skill?
Huh?
I said you saying it took skill? That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it did, yes.
Sniper.
So
Ghost
Marty
Warrior.
don't got goddamn.
Oh,
Wow,
Um,
wow,
shit.
wow, low blow.
Bow, 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 bow.
Personal
Says-
foul, unnecessary
Says
roughness.
a nigga that personally said he sucks at Apex. Fuck out of him.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
Oh, man,
That's crazy.
bro. Why are you
Cause
niggas
after
like
this, cause after this,
You're not getting on Apex.
I'm getting on SoCal.
Ha!
I know that for sure.
That don't
And
even
he
matter.
getting
I'll
his
wax
ass
both of y'all.
beat.
What does that even matter?
Oh,
Bruh,
to
I
these
promise
niggas.
you.
Bro, y'all leave
I
me
promise you, bro.
This nigga Kenpachi he be seeing Taki in his sleep and he be having cold sweats, bro.
That's tough. All right.
Cool.
I think we done now. So
Yeah. Well, we'll wait and see. Battlefield, we'll see.
yeah. Moving on to more. This isn't funny, but this is
Nah,
kind of
it's
funny.
hilarious, nigga.
This is kind of funny, yeah.
This shit
like-
funny as fuck.
Kinda,
Yeah.
sort of, it's like, damn.
It's
shit
like
is
damn,
funny.
but it's like damn. Like the like it's kind of sad, but it's funny as shit at
I
the
don't
same
know
time.
how you don't know this, to be honest.
So
It's
apparently,
almost like a yeah, duh.
yeah, apparently,
Unfortunately.
the executive producer can't solo queue because the community is so ass
Toxic?
it's so ass and so toxic towards like female players, and
And it's-
that goes across any game, to be honest. Like
Yeah,
Rainbow, they be getting like assaulted, they be getting
There's
harassed.
women that play Rainbow. Like, I'm not trying to be
Oh,
sexist. I'm
Oh yeah,
asking.
yeah, yeah. They be
lot.
some fire ass women like playing Rainbow.
They be shooting.
They be
Yes.
shooting. They be in like Diamond and Champion. They're good, but they still get like joked on, and
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Bro,
I mean, as go ahead, Mitch. You about to say something?
we were talking about this like the day like this story came out, and I'm pretty sure like I'm the only person that like plays a Riot's featured game League. The community in that, I'll just say it, they fucking hate women, to be honest. Like because the stereotype with women in the league is that they all play e-girl champs, which are just female champions that are easy as fuck, or like our supports. And every time like some
like
they're
Overwatch.
playing one, yeah, like so
Sound like
the
prime
most
time Overwatch.
the most e-girl champ in the game is to me at least is a healer called Soraka. And every time a Soraka does bad, it's like, dude, fuck this fucking stupid e-girl. You're playing the easiest champion in the game and you're so trash. Go suck some dick for a carry
Yo,
in elo.
God,
God
Like,
damn.
I've seen like it's basically always like go suck some dick for LP. LP is like the
League points.
it's like the points to rank up. So it's very hateful sometimes. So it's just coming into Riot as a employee and knowing their biggest game and like how women are treated in that community, because it's not even just in the game. In like a couple years ago, there tried to be a all female esports team for League of Legends.
Yeah,
and
that didn't go
it,
well.
it went bad, very badly, and they just got clowned on. Or
They didn't win a game, didn't right?
they did not win a game.
They went like
they
0-82 or so. On some
82.
fucking-
It
on
wasn't
some
0-82.
God.
It wasn't 0-82.
It was
but
like on some Shanghai Dragon shit.
yeah, they got dusted. They barely attributed kills. They always lost like 1 to
Oh.
15, like 1 kill to 15 kills. Is how they usually lost.
Jesus Christ.
So it's just like women just in
Oh,
the riot scene, I guess. Unfortunately, they don't have that good of a experience.
I thought they had
Unless-
it rough in Overwatch, because that's pretty much like Overwatch was like the only exposure I really had to like toxicity, like live active toxicity towards women in a multiplayer game. Because normally, like when I Call of Duty or some shit like that,
Yo,
I got
shit
that
would
shit
be
muted.
rough.
I'm not in voice chat. I don't not text chat open. I don't talk to nobody in Call of Duty.
The
So Overwatch
harassment
was really the
would be
only time
rough.
that I actually heard. Yeah, because I remember, oh my god, I was playing, I was solo queuing in Overwatch, a couple years ago, and our there was a girl on our team that was playing, I think she either played DPS or tank, and she was struggling, and then somebody suggested for her to go over to healer, and she was like, well, I'm not really all that good of a healer, to be honest with you. And they just started going off. It's like, yo, that's crazy, because that's not how this is supposed to go. Like, women, that's all women can do is heal. You can't even do that. What's wrong with you?
Jesus.
It was bad, you know. I was like, you know what? At that point, I let the voice chat. I even
I would've
sent her a
reported
message.
them.
No, yeah, I reported him. Trust. And then I even sent a message like, yo, I wasn't saying none of that shit. I'm just saying I'm sorry you had to hear that shit after the game ended, because I was like, damn, I legitimately felt bad for her.
Yeah, because it's
'Cause
like, yo, she being honest, like, yo, I'm
Yeah, she's
not
being
that
honest.
good.
First of all, she's a human. Like, fuck the fact that she's a woman. She's a human being,
Yeah.
bruh. Like,
Yeah.
I know, I know, like, I'm guilty of like saying some toxic shit during games too. But like, I mean, I'm being half joking with that, and like I've always said, like, I never clap back at anyone unless I'm provoked. Like, if you say some sideways shit to me, I'm gonna shoot back. But I never initiate toxicity ever. That's just not how I roll. I usually like to be left alone. But yeah, I just felt so bad for her when niggas was saying that shit to her. Like, I even sent her a message just like in the chat, just like, I'm sorry you had to hear all that shit, and I reported all of them. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know why the gaming community like this. And to be honest, it gives all of us a bad rap. Like, even if we don't play like Valorant or League or anything like that, anytime you hear harassment in the gaming community, like media or news outlets blame all of us for like, oh, that's just how those men are, those gamers are.
They
So like,
love. I hate when people
like,
generalize.
I'm
shit,
low
too.
key tired of hearing the N word as a gamer word. Like, no, like, that's not a game. That's the game. That's a word you shouldn't be saying. Period. I don't care whether you play games or not. So I don't. It just sucks. But
Well,
You good,
I
Marty?
just got dusted by beers. I just got dusted by
Shut
beers.
up. All right.
I mean, I think my last point would be like, I used to talk about this when we all were in Overwatch heavy, back when like the toxicity was like at an all-time high, and this nigga Jeff had to call like a whole
Yo.
dev update video telling people to stop being so
Oh,
toxic so we
man.
can make new content for the game. And I was like, and they were talking about how they banned like thousands of players and shit for toxicity and all that stuff. And they they introduced like the endorsement system and all that stuff. And it was like, I kept saying this is like, yeah, they can do that all they want. They can put it in systems. They can ban people. They can beg and plead people to stop being toxic. But unfortunately, like, they can do all that they want, but they can't change people as a whole. Or it's not up to companies to change people as a whole. So like, I don't know if it'll ever change, but if it's going to change, then we have to start holding these people accountable for what they're saying and what they're doing to others. Because yeah, like, I mean, hey, newsflash, bro, women are chill. I like women a lot.
Yeah.
In more ways than one, obviously. So, but at the end of the day, they're human beings too. So like, can we not? So I don't know.
It sucks because like women usually in these games they're not actually that bad either.
No.
Yeah, they're never actually trash at
I
the
ran into a
fucking
fair
game.
that was
Yeah.
a chick that was playing fair better than me one time. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm trying to take notes from.
Yeah.
But the thing is that unfortunately, like, even though they should never ever ever have to go through this, like, period, just because they're a woman, they can't do anything about it because this is, if they end up banning these people and they keep banning them, and there's no way to completely like detect full toxicity. Like, if someone says fuck, that can be considered toxicity. Like, fuck you, nigga. Like, but you gonna ban me for saying fuck you, nigga? I say that to
I
anybody.
could.
Women
Rainbow
women
was doing it, weren't they?
Yo, they were.
Really?
There was a time where they were getting, like, literally, if you said anything, if you had a word that started with N and ended with A, it was curtains. It was
You're
curtains.
done.
It was
It's
curtains.
just the problem always is just like you can't measure toxicity really. So it's just you either ban everybody, and if you do that, you're dead. Your game dies instantly.
You don't have a customer base.
Yeah, your game dies. It's either your game dies or it just stays toxic. And League chose, stay toxic, and that's why they're the biggest game in the world. Even though the community, League is infamous for having a very toxic community, and all that's true. It is still the biggest game because they let these toxic people constantly play the game, and unfortunately, some of those people are like the premier people that play the game. So it's just you just gotta fold sometimes, bro. I feel bad for her. Obviously, she shouldn't have to go through that, but you're working on the game, like especially as the producer of the game. These people are going to be playing your game, and they're going to make you that money that you want to make. So you just gotta, just keep five
It's
stacking or deal with it, bro.
It's kind of
it's kind of
Yeah,
it's kind of
sucks, but-
bad
And
that
I'm
you have to say
presuming-
like
and I'm
deal with it.
Yeah, and I'm presuming, because I think the main root of like toxicity in games as a whole is because it's the internet and there's such a sense of anonymity where there's not you can someone can say something crazy to you, but you can't see their face, so you can't really clap back at them like you really should be able to. So I think like people get brave because they get behind a keyboard, they're not going to be able to see your face, so people think I can say any old kind of shit. And I can essentially
Especially
get away with
white
it.
kids in Rainbow. Holy
Preach.
shit.
Yeah,
Preach.
Especially
so
a white
unless you can come up with a way to like make it to where someone's like full government is exposed when they
Oh my
say
God.
something sideways,
That would be funny.
Blizzard
is-
used to
I know
have
some
that.
ways. Y'all want to
Yeah,
learn?
this,
Blizzard used to
Shoot,
have
I-
that.
I'm
all
back in
ears,
the,
'cause-
yeah,
I got
After
you.
the podcast. shut the
Offline,
shop.
offline.
back in the
trying to
Allegedly.
you trying
Allegedly.
to DDoS people.
Allegedly.
World of
Allegedly.
Warcraft used to let people see your government. Just
Yeah.
just off.
Some
the
companies do that, like particularly for like when people cheat, and the company bans you, they'll put your whole like account and name out there. Some companies do that. Like I know Capcom, they just came out with like a Mega Man mobile game. I actually wanted to give that a try, but then it's only been out like 2 weeks, and niggas was already trying to cheat that game. And then like Capcom banned them, and then they put out their whole account and full names out there. Like these are the people that cheated, and yeah, so just let it be known. If you
Get
get
'em.
shot, if you get caught cheating, we will air you out. So, but yeah, that's until like there's a way to really expose people for being toxic. It's just unfortunately, as much as I hate it being part of the community, it's just going to be part of it. You just kind of have to roll with it because not just women face it too. Like us as black people face it. Even other white people face it. I mean, hey, unfortunately, it's just part of it because people feel so brave behind a keyboard or behind a computer screen. So
Hey, they all tough and
I don't know.
tough and big and bad until that IP address get leaked.
I mean,
But
that's kind of like the only way to really combat it. You
pretty
go after
much.
'em in real life. That's why swatting was such a big deal when it
Oof.
popped off.
Nah, swatting was just evil. I don't
That,
care
that's
how
yeah,
much.
that's going over. That's getting.
Yeah,
You
like,
get
I don't
niggas
care how
shot
much
over that.
how
Low
much
key.
shit a nigga said to you over the game, bro. If you get the entire
No.
SWAT called on that nigga's crib,
No.
that's
First of all, if you're the
insane.
one doing the swatting, first of all, to me that seems like
I took it too far.
That seems like
I'm
what?
sorry.
that's too much work. Like I gotta get this nigga's IP address, and then I gotta trace it back to a home address, and I gotta call 911, make a police report.
Fucking
That's too much work for
SWAT,
me, bro.
man.
That's too much work for me.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
at that point, you're just like honestly evil.
Like,
You're worse
all
than
that
the
time-
nigga talking shit.
Yeah, all that time you spent swatting could have been getting ready for the next match.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. Yeah, it just sucks that like she has to deal with that, especially the executive producer, because guaranteed the people that was being toxic to her don't even know who.
Oh, most
So-
definitely not.
Yeah,
Probably
niggas
not.
don't
It's just
even
a
know
user-
she run the game.
Because again, it's just a username, so they don't know if
That'd be
that's the
funny
exec
if she has
producer,
like a
so.
version of the game where she could just right click and niggas gone.
Niggas
Niggas
admin
just
mode?
gone. Yeah.
She got an admin mode.
Nah, because at that point,
She
you gonna
just-
ban me
she
for
just-
talking shit to you?
She just typed in
I'm not
God
gonna play
mode in the
again.
chat. You see her start flying around the map. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, it's just, it sucks, bro.
Yeah, I was like, at this point, you can't really moderate something like
So,
that. You just
All
gotta
that being
buckle
said,
down and deal with it.
because I think they said in the article at some point they're going to make a conscious effort to combat toxicity, particularly in Valorant. I don't know what Riot's doing as a company. It doesn't sound like much of anything. But do you think they're going to be taking new measures in Valorant itself to combat toxicity because of this?
Probably. Nah, I don't think so. Oh wait, no. Actually, if they keep with the competitive shooter uh formula, they could add a vote kick. So if somebody's being super toxic, you can vote kick that person and get them up out of there. Granted, you'll be down a teammate, but it's just like you could vote kick and then report, and then like in the vote kick after, like, okay, so you vote kick that person, and then after the game there could be a survey like, why did you vote kick this person? You explain why, the team explains why, and then they get their chat logs reviewed, and then they could dish out a ban that way. But then again, people could just always abuse that system and be like, this person called me the N-word when they didn't do anything, they were just bad at the game. So
yeah,
it's just, there's so many loopholes that people could use in terms of like banning people, because if you make it too easy to get someone banned for toxicity, then people will abuse it to like get people they don't
they'll
like
run
off
it into the
game.
ground. Yeah.
But if you don't take charge, then it's a cesspool of toxicity. The game will be successful monetary wise, and it'll be a high player count like League, but it'll just be a cesspool of just degenerates.
Yeah, I was just curious because like it makes me wonder that the fact that like she saw the toxicity herself and it happened to her personally, like, is she gonna like make it a mission to like try and combat it as much as she can?
Hey, niggas go through this every day, B. Niggas get
Yeah.
harassed and fucking shouted at online every day, B.
Yeah,
that's-
shit
see, again-
talking has been a staple online for.
It's been a staple of gaming
it's been a
forever.
It's part
Forever.
of
It's
it's
a
part,
staple
it's
of
part
gaming,
of
bro.
competition. Period.
Yeah, it's been a staple for over a decade. It's just how you react to it. You can either be a bitch about it, or you could just take it on the chest and like keep it pushing, because you don't ever have to see those niggas again. You could, the block
Right.
button right there, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you just try to mitigate it as much as you can. Like
Yeah.
I said, like when I was playing Overwatch, when I'm in Call of Duty, I don't got chat open at all. Fuck
Yeah.
that. I don't got text chat open. I don't want to even see it to say something back, especially if somebody says something to me. Because, like I said, I don't talk unless I'm provoked. You say something crazy to me, I'm gonna shoot back.
Hell yeah.
But-
bro.
So I'm gonna
Hey,
make sure you never talk to me again. That's why I be saying crazy.
It don't matter though at the end of the day, because she making more money than all the niggas that talk shit to her
Exactly.
online. So
Yeah.
get your
'Cause that
bag, queen.
Yeah, that reminds me, like when I was at my job and when I was at a call center when I started. Like sometimes, like I would get cussed out, I get yelled at, all that kind of stuff, and you gotta have to just let that shit roll off your back. Because the way I told myself was like, hey, whether I get yelled at today, tomorrow, or the next week or
I'm
whatever,
getting paid.
my check still clears every 2 weeks. So
Mm-mm-mm.
it is what it is. You just gotta try to approach it that way. No one should have to deal with that kind of shit, but fortunately, it is what it is. So you just try to just grin and bear it, I suppose.
It's just
So-
rage quit.
Bands?
He rage quit.
He rage quit on Grand Blue.
Oh no!
my
Come on,
God.
Bands, you better than that. Don't be LTG. That's another nigga that needs to get. That nigga LTG, bruh. Like I didn't
Mhm.
realize how toxic
He's
that nigga is. Holy
He's
shit.
a character though. That's the like.
Nah, I really think he's like that in real life.
Nah, because
I don't
met
want to spend too much
somebody-
time with that nigga, but holy
Yeah,
shit.
no, I met somebody who met him in real life, and he's basically just putting on a character, and it's working because niggas talk about him.
Yeah, I suppose, but he's also getting banned from CEO, all kinds of major terms. So
Yeah.
it's like, where are you getting your bag now, bro? So I hope it's part of the plan.
Yeah. On to more exciting news for me and Blitz. So, near details. And be just like a remastered, new additional content, new music, extended songs. Tor from Platinum Games will oversee the overhaul combat. Now, Blitz, what do you think the combat's going to be like?
I need to still look up gameplay from the old Nier because I don't imagine it's that much different from Automata. I don't know.
It's a lot more. It's not as floaty. I actually watched old gameplay of
Okay.
it. It's not that floaty as
Look
Automata.
at that shit.
But It seems like they're aiming to make it more like a remake, obviously, like RE2 and RE3, because those are like I'd say those are like the staple for remakes right now. Is just instead of just making the graphics better, just make the game like better. Period.
Modernize it.
Yeah, modernize it. So that seems like that's their plan with it, and apparently the game was good when it came out, so they
Oh,
could
yeah.
they could
Yeah,
easily ride this for like another I guess badge of honor for what's their developer's name for them? I forget their name.
Platinum.
Platinum. Yeah, that could be another
Hey, if anybody
Shout
from
out to
Platinum, if you get Platinum on your project, you got my stamp of approval because
Yeah.
that's one of the one few devs that I trust to deliver a good product.
Have they
so
ever
Platinum-
delivered like a bad product?
They've had
Not
clunkers.
yet.
They
I
had
don't
a
think
they had a Ninja Turtles game that came out a few years ago that was kind of dog shit. But that's when I don't know what was going on at Platinum because I don't think they had like the right people working on it, and there was some. It was like that game was in development hell, kinda. So Platinum when when they're firing on all cylinders, I trust them almost pretty much just the same as CD Projekt Red. So
Yeah. They made Near Bayonetta in terms of the
Vanquish. So,
Yeah, in terms of the beat 'em up genre, they haven't really missed yet. So
so I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't really have a lot of first Near. I know there's a few versions out there, but if it's gonna be more like on the automata side of things, I'm definitely on board with that. I mean, when I went to that concert back in January, I was I've never heard it before, but holy shit, I gotta play this game. So I mean, it's just little details here. It's just something to chew on for a little bit. Hopefully, we get like a new trailer or a release date at some point. But yeah, that's really about it. Not really much else to say. So I'm about it.
Yeah,
Although
definitely
one
excited
thing,
to see more.
yeah, one thing I'm interested to see. So there's a character from the first Nier called I think her name is Kaine. You could probably Google search her real quick. From the first Nier, and I think she's voiced by Laura Bailey, who's like an OG in the voice acting community, like one of the OGs. Like, any like badass female character you can think of, she probably voiced her. But she did the voice for Kaine in the first Nier, and her shit like I've seen clips of her performances in there. That shit's hilarious. like think like 2B, but like with more anger issues.
Cho.
That shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if like she's gonna reprise that role. That's like one of my like few questions. So
She look cool. She look cool.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's just wait and see. Like I said, I'll pre-order this game twice because it's probably gonna come out on PS4, PC, and Xbox. So it's not.
You type?
Yeah, what did you type?
this nigga
Why did
looked
you
up
put
the
in?
actual voice actor.
Now, why did you
I
put
was-
in?
Oh, I
I was
copy and
talking about the-
pasted. So.
I was talking about the character herself, not Laura Bailey. But okay, go off.
Oh shit. Well, shit. I mean, what did he?
It is what it is.
No,
Yeah,
I'll
so-
look out for it though, even though I haven't beat Automata.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, Brad.
Bro, my backlog,
That-
it's
that- that
there.
This
that ending-
character model kind of fire.
Yeah,
Her
like I said,
swords are
yeah,
nice.
yeah, because that's the
She
if
like
you
barely
noticed,
clothed though. God damn.
that's one of the DLC costumes for 2B if you noticed.
Oh yeah, I beat.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, think 2B but with anger issues.
That might be a fire character, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, like she'd be yelling, she'd be swearing all the time. So
That
it
might
should
be
be
a
funny.
fire character, bro.
Really?
She got the Zabimaru swords too.
Yeah, so this is definitely like this is my second most anticipated game of
Is
the
this a statue?
of the
Oh,
year.
I gotta
Bro,
get
yo,
off. I gotta
Ram-
get off
yo,
the site.
Ram-
Get off
Yeah,
the
no,
site.
no,
Get off the
We're
site.
not doing this. We're not doing this.
Bro.
Oh
I
God.
already made a questionable. Hey, bruh.
Hey.
Hey,
Yo,
Yes,
Ram punch in the
sir.
air, bro. Please close some tabs.
you
What you
ran
mean?
punch in the air. He said.
These are the podcast topics, nigga.
Man, we
That's funny.
passed, bro. Let your Ram breathe. I'm begging you.
All right, bro. It's not even that deep.
But yeah, hopefully we
Ram
get
gonna fight back.
an update soon. I think they're even
Um,
bringing back the same composer, music composer from Automata on this one too.
Yo, if there's
So, you
another
already know that's gonna be.
concert, bruh,
I mean,
next
that's another.
year, next year,
That's
it might have
that
to be
means
the
that's
move.
another vinyl I gotta get.
That might be the move next year. I don't know. A fucking near concert. Jesus Christ, sitting there tearing up in the nosebleeds.
No, they had some pretty good seats when I went there. I was like on the probably like 5, 6 rows up,
Oh,
like
that's
from the
not that
from the
bad.
stage. It was solid. It was only like $80,
Shit.
depending on where you go. That's Chicago though. If you like trying some shit, good luck, nigga.
Yeah. um.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. We got a lot more to see from it in later days or later weeks. But
Yeah.
moving on to some Marvel news. Now, some
Marvel.
things were pushed back. Um, what was the first thing that was pushed back? I think we discussed some of it last week or the week before of some Marvel movies that were pushed back. But we have the new release dates. So November 6, 2020 will be Black Widow's, I guess, official debut, like her movie debut, I guess. Um, then Eternals, February 12th, 2021. Is that Angelina Jolie?
Yes,
she's in
sir.
the Eternals,
Oh,
Yes,
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
And my
Damn.
boy Kate Harington in there too. Shout out to Kate Harington.
He don't matter, bro. Salma
Damn.
Hayek is in this
What do
movie,
you
so
mean he don't matter?
he don't
It's
matter,
Kit
bro. Salma
Harington.
Don't
Hayek
disrespect
is
King Harrington, bro.
Don't
Who's that?
disrespect John
Don't disrespect King
Targaryen.
Harrington, bro.
Who?
Dude,
Are those Game
don't.
of Thrones niggas?
That's Jon Snow, nigga. Don't disrespect.
John
Hell
Targaryen,
yeah.
sir.
Jon Snow, nigga.
Targaryen, sir. Get it,
Only
Bro,
part of
right.
one of the biggest
Bro.
flops on television history.
Get it
But all
right.
right, go off.
Bro,
Look
I promise you, his Targaryen heritage didn't. Never mind, man.
You hear
Never-
these
never
two
mind.
beanlets, yo? Holy shit. Um,
If he wasn't a Targaryen, he wouldn't be able to ride a dragon.
all right.
Talk to him,
All
though.
right,
Speak
yo.
his
Just
face,
say
speak
it,
his
dog.
face.
We talking
just
about
say
Marvel though.
Damn.
He's gonna be somebody. I don't know who he is yet.
I know who beating that nigga ass though.
Who?
Captain America. All right then, shut up. All right.
I can't comment on that. I don't know.
Captain old.
I don't know. I don't know how OP the Eternals are. So
I'm talking
They're
about
basically-
John Targaryen.
Like weapons of God,
Yeah,
weapons of the
Eternals
gods
is
of the universe.
demolishing anything in their path.
Aren't they stronger than the Galactus type people?
But can
What-
he
what are
be
those called
Goku?
again?
Yo, shut
Probably on
up. Oh
par.
my god.
But yeah, they are stronger. They are
yeah,
stronger.
because
than
ain't the Eternals
Dude.
is just they just hiding in the cut, and then they see everything that happened with the Infinity Stones. They're like, all right, we can stop this. Well, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
oh, hey, hey.
Well, apparently the plot was they were hiding in the cut because the people Celestial, I think they're called, put them down there. They put them on a bunch of planets to just be there. But the activations of the Infinity Stone awakened their memory. Then they're supposed to be going around discovering all these powers, and then once they get their full memories back, shit's gonna really start popping off.
They gonna fight each other for no reason.
Possibly.
Hey, nigga, I got beef with you.
Bro,
Possibly.
Tom Holland, real quick, just for the Spider-Man 3 movie, this nigga Tom Holland been working.
Hell yeah.
He
I
did
haven't
he
seen
did
Homecoming.
he
Or
did
not
Homecoming, then he did
Far From
Infinity
Home.
War, then he did fucking what's it called? Far From Home, then he did Endgame. Now he's about to do the third movie. Holy shit.
Hey, bro.
Then he's
That
been voice
contract.
acting,
That contract.
in other movies.
My
it's-
nigga is working.
Marvel
Wait,
plug is
what?
serious.
Hold on. We're including it here since Spidey's taken over the previous release date for Doctor Strange sequel. Wait, Doctor Strange got pushed back again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it got
Yeah.
pushed back to 2022.
Yes,
Bruh.
sir.
Two.
Yeah.
22.
March 25th. March 25th.
Multiverse of
2022.
Madness.
Hey, yo,
Holy
I'm not
shit.
seeing nothing. I'm not seeing
Dumb
nothing
shit.
else until Doctor Strange 2. That's the one movie I was most looking forward to. Fuck all the rest of this shit.
I think the biggest problem is is it a director
Yo.
problem or some shit like that?
I know they changed directors, but damn, 2022?
Yeah, since the plague wanted to knock back Black Widow. Black Widow's
plague.
crazy for all that shit.
The play. Put Black Widow on DVD.
Exactly. They could just release
it
that
on-
to Disney Plus and we good.
Disney Plus, yeah.
Yeah, this
No,
is-
what the
I
fuck?
gotta
Yo,
question.
has-
Since they had to,
has
push
Disney
her
Plus
back, they're
had-
pushing everybody else back.
Has Disney Plus had anything worth watching? Like
I don't
lately?
care.
Always.
I don't.
Uh,
Ever since Mandalorian, ended, I don't give.
Clone Wars, right? Is that really it?
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the whole season to come out though.
Yeah, I'm not.
I
I'm not watching
watched like
it.
I watched like the first 2 episodes of Clone Wars, and then I was like, you know what? I actually don't like this. So
And
But I got a question,
I'm
right?
waiting for Mando to come back.
what's
So
your
what
question?
if? So you know how all these streaming services they have all their movies and stuff coming out. Why not certain streaming services get contracts to where they lock certain movies behind a paywall as if you were going in a theater? In a sense, that would it would also defeat the purpose of a theater, but since it's behind a paywall on their streaming service, people still get revenue.
So
So
you're paying twice for a streaming service if
so
there's a
do you
movie on
want
there
to?
you want to see.
You're just paying to like watch the movie as if you would be like so
They have that already, right?
they'd
Universal is doing that for the Scooby Doo movie coming out. For it's called a premium on demand service. You can pay $20 for 48 hours worth of a movie.
Wait, what? To what? To what service?
$20 for 40.
I don't know what the service is, but to rent the movie for 48 hours, you got to pay $20 or wait for it to come out on digital and pay the
So
regular price.
say this premium movie service is on like say Hulu. So not only am I paying for Hulu itself, but I'm also paying $20 to see this movie at any time I want for 48 hours.
Yeah.
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 I'm not on board with that.
Well, if you
Wait,
think about
that's
it, a usual movie ticket for the newer most typed of movies would be between at least 10 to 15. So, but
Depending
if
on
you
what
can
time
watch
you
it,
go. But you can
yeah,
pick the time when you go. You don't go at prime time. You go at the matinee hour. I only pay
don't like
six. I
going
only pay
But
$6 per
prime
ticket,
time.
bruh.
well.
Fuck.
But
But like,
here's the thing, real quick. It's gonna be so easy to pirate the movie now, because all I gotta do, right, buy it once.
Allegedly.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
allegedly.
what this
All I
nigga's
could
talking
Yeah,
allegedly do is
Hey, yo,
after I
the
buy
thoughts,
the
opinions, and
movie.
activities of SynCon do
Listen,
not
hey, I
reflect
didn't,
those of Gen 1 or of its affiliates.
I didn't say I would do this, but what you could do is record it with a recording software, then release the file of the recording into multiple places, and you just gave possibly hundreds of people the movie for free
that's
don't-
people.
in
That's
HD.
people. That's people who are tech savvy. Most people who are like going out and want to go to theaters aren't very tech savvy. So it'd be like, oh shit, I can watch this movie for for more times than I would if it's going
Yeah, if
to
it's
the
like a
theater
father
Well,
one
of
yeah,
like,
time.
I mean,
if it's like a father, married father of two or some shit
you
like
you
that.
don't have to
maybe.
be tech savvy to open OBS.
No,
Yes, you
not
do.
to record. You got
Oh.
to want to go out and pirate anything. You got to be
Oh.
like you got to be a person who's like tech savvy to
You gotta
want
be
to
willing
do
to
these
die
things.
for this shit.
You got to know where to go. You got to have the knowledge of what not to do. VPNs. It's a process that we understand, but the majority of the rest of the world does not.
I get what you're saying. That being said, yeah, I can't get on board paying again for a movie that's going to be on a streaming service anyway. I can't get on board with that.
I wouldn't be mad at
I
it,
might as well go to the theater.
but it's safer. You're in your home.
True.
Yeah, true, but
I'd pay for movies online,
But-
like
but
straight
they-
up at release.
But they obviously stop it after this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just during this time, it'll be a good idea for them still to accumulate money.
I
for new
mean, the
movies.
fact that the fact this whole quarantine has showed us what we probably always knew to be true. All these movies and stuff could always go straight to video on demand. That ain't nothing.
Yeah,
of
like
So
course.
at-
I
release.
don't want to say don't expect that to go away completely. I would not be surprised if that sticks around to some extent after movie theaters open back up.
If
Because
they
I'm not.
can open
I'm
back
definitely.
up.
Yeah, I'm definitely not rushing to a theater now that I know that I can just wait like for hit Disney Plus right out the gate. So
Honestly, if I was like, I am a competitive person, I'd make sure I look at everybody else's prices and then release at the cheapest price. So the movies come here. Easy.
Easy peasy lemon greasy.
Goddamn right.
Mm.
well,
Alright.
it don't matter anyway because I'm not going to be able to see the movie I want to see until 2022. So fuck every rest of this other shit.
Oof.
Yeah,
That's
fuck.
the only movie I was looking forward to. Black Panther 2. At least we get two good movies in
2022.
the same. What
Yeah.
we call it? Who knows? God knows when we're gonna get Blade. That might be like
Oh.
2030.
That,
Bro,
bruh,
Black
that shit
Panther
not
2
even
is
like.
so crazy.
This shit not even.
That's one I'm excited for.
Yeah, I might not see a Marvel movie till for another 2 years. That's crazy.
Blade might
Hmm.
be phase 5. Goddamn.
Relax, bro. They wouldn't dare make us wait that long.
I'll
They
just
would.
wait for.
They would.
I'll just wait. I'll just wait for No Guns.
Yeah, y'all already had one black superhero this phase. Y'all can wait another.
How
Yeah,
dare
hella
you?
black superheroes. What are you talking about?
It's Black Panther.
Luke Cage.
Well, I'm talking about in Marvel movies mainly.
Lord have mercy, Luke
He's
Cage.
still in the MCU.
That nigga a bad actor though. I don't know.
Tough.
You say he's a black. Wait, Rock is also black. Never mind. I'm stupid.
Is he though? He's like
Yeah.
Samoan.
Pacific Islander black. Same thing. Yeah.
He's whatever.
Yeah.
Can you
So,
smell?
man, honestly, bruh, you just gotta forget about it. Cause the more you think about it, the more you're gonna be upset.
Yeah,
Holy
I'm
shit.
just not gonna be watching it 2022. At least not. I'm not paying for Marvel.
Yeah, them whatever Marty said, I'm definitely not doing that.
Hey, tripping.
Yeah, no, that's a terrible idea,
2022.
bro.
Hey,
It's fine.
man, is it? But if
It
let's
is
say,
though. Why?
I mean,
It's
for
funny that you even like said
it's
that.
not. It's
It wouldn't be
I
a bad idea on quarantine purely, but after that,
After that,
gotta
no,
get
but
up out
like
of there.
given the times, it would be a good idea to continue the revenue that they are losing
Then how come they're not doing it now?
because people are stupid and they don't think about these things.
I think they are. I know. I'm pretty sure it runs deeper. Than probably why they can't. Reasons that you and I are not privy to.
I can agree with that.
Simple
I can agree.
To hire me. Oh.
Oh shit! I did not expect that. I did not expect that to come out.
Anyway,
Yeah. So moving on though.
That's tough.
So for I guess the last like official gaming topic. Well, it's not even a gaming topic. This is a gamer question now.
gamer.
Out of the characters you see on
you
screen
just
now.
gonna skip over the first question I had?
Stop
Oh,
trolling,
I was
bro.
I was just picking it. I was gonna do all of them, but
Oh, so you just not gonna whatever.
I mean
It's your show.
we gonna get to it.
It's your show. Yay, whatever. I'm just here.
I mean, hey, you want to say that you made the questions, right?
Man, hurry up.
Yeah, I made both of them. I just thought you were gonna go in order, not just pick one.
Go in order, nigga.
Oh my god.
Excuse my
Alright.
language. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you that.
You did though. You did. All
It's a
right.
habit of my
All
environment.
right.
I'm sorry.
So, hey,
Is
please.
is there a game you've played that challenged your beliefs or made you think? Now we're gonna start with our guests. So Marty, please.
Challenge. I want to ask. Challenge my beliefs in what aspect? Of any belief that I have.
Yeah, just like your belief system.
Any
Is there
game
is
that
there
I-
is there or like a game that made you think about things from a different perspective?
game made me think about things from a different. Honestly, probably not a single game.
Wow.
Yeah, I know a lot of them they try to be deeper than that, but if I were to stretch it out a little bit, I'd say Metal Gear Solid for the conspiracies they have there, and the Lale Lu Lei Lao as they call them. Basically, people who like run the world and do things behind the scenes. That I think I want to say that changed my belief on the world itself, thinking it was this whole black and white. You can see everything that happens. Nothing should go unseen. But I'd say that is one game that opened up something that I probably wouldn't have saw anywhere else at the younger age. But that's just something.
Okay. Okay. Michelin Man, you. Mitch.
Yo,
Every time. Yeah.
fucking man. I guess I want to
That's a good
say
one.
probably Fallout New Vegas. Because that game taught me a little bit about people's uh I guess aspirations in war and what they want out of it. Because so basically in the game there's multiple factions obviously, and one of the factions and the main person I'm talking about is Mr. House.
Basically, he's like the main person that hires you. He's supposed to be like your first faction you really side with easily, I guess. And basically, he wants to win the war against all the other factions, even though he's partnered with one or two of them, because he wants to revive Vegas into what it was before the war. And I felt that that's facts. You know, you want the war, you want the world to go back to the way it was before nuclear devastation, but the way he was doing it was pretty. He was a megalomaniac about it, about really everything. So even though he had good aspirations about it, he kind of made sense with it. And like
so he's Thanos.
he wouldn't, I guess not as radical as Thanos, but I guess with the belief, I guess, and how strong he cares about his cause, yeah. And and with the Caesar's Legion, they're slavers, right? And you know, with my background, slavery should be out of the question. But then you actually sit down and hear their
Reason.
inspirations behind it and why they do, because slaving isn't really like, they're not slaving people just because they think they're degenerative, like, you know, just because, you know, oh, you're weaker than me, I'm gonna enslave you. Well, that is kind of why they do it, but it's because they want to reform the wasteland into somewhat more like, you know how the world was ran back in Rome days, like, you know, it's ruled with an iron fist, but like it was
They
still
want
a
to be in
working
control.
society. Yeah, it was still a working society, and it did what it had to do, and they were very traditionalist about everything. So even though, you know, I fucking hate their guts, but it was, I could see why they did everything. Same with the NCR, where they're just trying to reform a modern democracy about everything. They're bringing back money. They're bringing back voting and shit. You have a president and stuff like that. Like, I just see why everybody did it. But I guess Fallout New Vegas isn't really like the main game to change my ideals. I guess it's just a slight one. I don't really. I've had my ideals changed way more by movies, to be honest. It's just
That's fair.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just, I guess I can think about, if that's one game, I'd say that's one of the few ones that did that for me.
Okay. Okay. Blitz, about yourself.
Uh, so I have a couple, but I think I'm gonna choose just the one. I was gonna say Near, just because like that game deals with. They don't beat you over the head with it, but they do have like very strong undertones with like existentialism, what it means to actually be like alive, and then like what do you do in the face of, well, everything you thought you knew ended up being a lie or something like that, and then what do you do with that information? What do you do next, or what do you have to live for? That kind of thing. Um, so I was gonna go with that, but I think the one I'm actually going to choose is Catherine, because that game stuck out to me in the way that they approach um,
Relationships. Yeah.
relationships, in the romantic sense. Not only in the romantic, how you approach like things like commitment, fidelity, things like that. Because basically a brief brief overview of the story. So basically, you're playing as this dude. His name is Vincent, who's been dating his girlfriend Catherine for X amount of years. I don't remember how long. But they've been dating for a while, and then she's talking about like finally settling down, getting married, and having a kid and all that stuff. While Vince is not necessarily on board with that yet, like he wouldn't like he's not against it, but it's like, is this really something I really want to do? Because this is obviously marriage is supposed to be a big commitment, especially if you're talking about kids too. Um, and at the same time, he's not necessarily a guy that's always had a plan for his life, or as far as like a career and all that other stuff goes. I then come to find out he meets this other chick whose also name is Catherine, and she's just like all over the place. She's wild with it. She turns him out, all that shit, and he ends up cheating on his current girlfriend with the other Catherine, right? And then the game just kind of delves into like what does it mean for like fidelity, relationships, commitment, all that kind of stuff. Um, and I'm pretty cynical when it comes to relationships. That's just been my experience. But you know, that game has like made me try to like because I think about a lot. That's just the kind of person I am. I'm a thinker. I think about things a lot. So, like, if you introduce like a new concept to me or a new idea, even if it's very brief, I'll probably marinate on it for a while. And I think Catherine did a really good job of like introducing some unique perspectives on on relationships. So I'd probably go with that one.
That's pretty.
I gotta beat that game.
This question.
You ain't finish
honestly
it. What the
just-
hell?
I got really close because I had it on PS3, and I got really close to beating it on that, and I just never went back to it. And I have it on PC now. I only have 4 hours on it, so it's in my backlog.
This question is really good. It's just I have, damn, bro. I've just learned way more from like movies and books and just other movie or just other like,
Other
media in general. Other like media in general. But this is a pretty good question.
I mean, I figured like people would say like Mass Effect or fucking
Mass Effect was. Oh wait, I forgot about Mass Effect. Oh no.
or fucking one of them or Dragon. I don't know.
Bro, okay.
One of those
not gonna lie.
one of those narrative heavy games. Like you didn't really take nothing away from Persona.
I took not really. But
And that's okay. I'll just.
I'm gonna
people would
real
like-
quick. I'm not gonna explain it, but I'm changing my answer to Mass Effect 1, specifically 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Chef, what about you, sir?
Not necessarily a game that's made me challenge a belief or really made me think. I can't really think of one at all.
I honestly would have to say me too. I can't really think of a game that they got me like seriously thinking.
Nothing like The Witcher or
Mm-mm.
I'm just thinking like narrative heavy games tend to have like
Matt,
underlying
because
messages in them.
Those games are just like basic. Like you do your thing, you learn about these characters, and game's over. Really, like and then it can get deeper somewhat. But Mass Effect and like that challenges everything. It challenges racism. It challenges extinction of and all that. It challenges like how people would deal with extinction and shit. Like
We came back.
oh man, I feel like
Yeah,
games just really don't be having that deep of like they have deep stories, but I feel like not many challenge your beliefs that crazily. Maybe they make you think, but not. I don't think any really challenge your
Yeah.
beliefs.
I mean, because that's kind of similar. What made me think of it, I had a question. I was on here before. Because I was gonna ask, do y'all think politics have a place in games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm curious to find out how so. And I guess my first question is to be, well, define politics.
Well, I'm mostly thinking about race shit.
Yeah, because I'm not talking about like Democrat, Republican, all that kind of. Talking
Yeah,
about
no.
like humanities issues, like you said, like racism,
Mhm.
fucking I don't know, like economics based issues. I don't some
If
shit like that.
you- I feel like if you can tackle these things, these problems we have in the world, in a way that's not only entertaining and it gets the message through once you really think about it and it sticks, that should easily be put in your game, because not only does it make your game better, you get a good message across. And I've seen that a lot in movies, specifically Bong Joon-ho movies, but yeah, it's just the way certain games did it with racism, really, especially Mass Effect, because that's like the main one I think of. It's just like the whole point of Mass Effect is that there's these different races, like multiple different races, and in order to save the universe,
You got to get
you
along
need
with everybody.
you have to get along with everybody. We can't survive actual threats being secluded from each other, and that was a really, really, really good message, because the world, we don't know if there's alien life out there for sure. Like we
Maybe
just
we
saw a
might.
UFO.
We got UFOs running around DC.
Yeah. But it's just should we ever get attacked, nigga?
we ain't gonna have time for racism and shit. We ain't gonna have time for hating each
I'm
other.
not worried
We ain't
about
gonna
Nigga,
have
we
getting
not gonna
time.
have
attacked.
time to retaliate. What the fuck?
Low key, I'm not
Yeah.
low key. Since we're on top of aliens, I'm not worried about us getting attacked. I'm worried about us attacking them, and then they clap back, and we just get
Yeah.
one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's what I'm worried
you know
about.
it's always been like, dude, if these aliens have the technology to get to us in the first place, they can clearly make us extinct in probably minutes. So
I don't know if I don't know if it's like guaranteed, but I think it's a very strong possibility that like that's what I'm saying. Like I hope that we would not be hostile first,
yeah,
because then be like, oh really? Then all right, bet we'll wipe out your whole planet.
yeah,
It depends on
it's-
what country you talk to first. To be honest,
Yeah,
if you
don't talk to us. Don't talk to us.
definitely not.
We're gonna try and jump into conversation, but don't talk to us.
yeah. But yeah, it's basically, if we Mass Effect is just, it's so genius with it because it makes sense in the real world. If we ever get attacked by another threat, there's no point in racism anymore. There's no point in all that bullshit we do now, because we need to be in this together or we're all gone. Like
Yeah.
black or white, Asian, this and that. Fucking Targaryen, nigga, don't matter. We're all dead. So
I feel like there would still be humans that be on that bullshit. So that's the one
Yeah.
thing. I don't know. That's
that
just
nigga Rick from Walking Dead,
With
he
the
just,
hard R, huh?
Yeah, did I say hard R?
No,
I don't. No, you didn't. He
No,
didn't.
he didn't.
Yeah, he good.
Yeah, but he made it. He said there are no more N words. Hard R. There's no more none of that, because regardless, we're all gonna die. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. We don't got time for racism or hating each other, because this threat that we face will kill us no matter what skin color. So that's just
Talking about
Yeah,
killing
look-
us.
look-
Is this asteroid hit
look-
yet, or like what?
No, it
yeah, it's
passed already.
Damn.
We good.
Been passed.
Yeah, I woke up in the morning like, damn.
Damn.
I was looking up.
That
I thought
is-
the sky was gonna be red. I thought shit was gonna be on fire. I was like,
That's fucking hilarious. You
It-
woke up,
it-
first thing you said, "Damn."
yeah, it passed by without a hitch. So
Yeah.
Watch it like
Yeah,
mess
It
up
hit
our
556, and I
field.
I ain't gonna lie, like I started feeling something. I was like, wait,
All right,
Yeah,
nigga.
You start
Yeah.
Like-
feeling something. What are you?
no, like my
What are you
head,
talking about?
my head started hurting. You know what I'm saying? I was like, maybe this asteroid is coming, bro. Maybe I had like a
disturbance
spidey
in the
sense.
force.
Yeah, I felt a disturbance in the force. I thought it was really coming.
Nigga was off the
Nah,
fucking 30.
nah, we live another day. Unfortunately,
Perk 30.
Niggas off the lane.
y'all better chill out. God throwing rocks. That was a warning shot. I guess Jupiter came through after all with the force field or whatever.
Yeah, shit. They
Um,
they took a little break. They took a little break. Jupiter took a
Yeah.
little break and fucked up.
But I was gonna say, I was gonna agree with what you were saying, about politics as a whole. Like they do place, but it has to be done well. It has to be done
Yeah.
tactfully. So I think a lot of companies, they want to include like things like diversity and addressing things like racism and all that kind of stuff in there. But it's so like you try, like if you're gonna do it, try not to make it so obvious that you just like try to make it to where it's not like you're checking off like a checklist. It's like, okay, all right, we got a black character, we got a gay character, we got a trans character,
Yeah.
we got this other thing in here that people like, supposedly. So it's like make it to where it's like it's an original, entertaining story, but then it just so happens that the
Yeah,
character is
don't-
black or the
don't be
character is gay
saying-
or
don't
something.
be
Don't
adding
just
shit.
do it. Don't just do it just to get brownie points from other minority or
And
groups of people.
And I promise you, and I'm gonna go back to Last of Us 2 for a second. I promise you, that's what people are gonna feel like when they see this story.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I guarantee you that, without me saying much about what's going on in there. But
Yeah, it's
that's kind of what led me to ask this question. It's like, well, I mean, because if you think about it, like politics in games have kind of been around since forever. I mean, like you said, Mass Effect deals with things like racism. Near deals with what it means to be a living, functioning life. Like it talks about life. Like what is life essentially? You got fucking Outer Worlds, which has to deal with like corporate issues, things like that, capitalism and shit like that. So like it has a place, because I know you know how you see niggas on the internet talk politics in my games. I don't want politics in my movies or this
Mhm.
agenda-driven shit. Like newsflash, bro, it's always been in there. It's just how much of it is in your face. I think
Yep.
that's what rubs people the wrong way. It's like if it's so obvious that you're just trying to like score brownie points with a certain group of people or a certain community, just to like maximize like sales or whatever, or to get like clout, I guess, then people are gonna call that shit out. But if
They
it's done
started-
tactfully, then it won't. You probably won't get as much heat.
Because even though as much as I love like Dragon Age and Mass Effect and that, Andromeda did, or not Andromeda, but I guess some Bioware games did just stick some, characters and not even just Bioware, it's just other games in general. They just stick like a certain minority of people into like the
I'll give you a prime example. Overwatch.
There you go.
The fact that like, all right, Tracer's gay, but we didn't really know that until later.
That was cool.
People, people are like, let's go with it because
Yeah.
the lore is still building. They're world building. All right, go with
Then
it.
they made
But then when
Soldier gay.
they ran around. They turned around and made Soldier gay when there was no indication that he was like that at all. Is
That
and,
didn't
like is
matter.
why
They
And
use the excuse of like the fucking picture. I'm like, oh, like that was his, I guess, like his guy
that-
friend or something like
and
that.
and the timing was perfect because this is like when they did that. That was when it started to show that like niggas is not fucking with Overwatch no more.
Yeah.
So it's like they had to do something to like inject some juice back into the game or something like that. And they thought, okay, well, a lot of like hard non or like casual gamers like play our game, and we're losing them. Let's see if we can get them back by this like all of a sudden flipping this over and making a character gay or something like that. I'm not saying that's what they did, but that's what it looked like, and it ended up backfiring on them. So
Yeah, because it's like, well, you're not being natural with the game. It's just everything's for a reason other than like the narrative, like following the original narrative or following the
I've
original
always said
story.
like whether it's a game or a movie, like just make an entertaining story and you'll have my attention.
Yeah,
Make me care about the
I don't
characters.
care if all the characters are gay. Like, just make the story good.
Yeah,
you know?
if they throw hands or something like that, and or if a nigga's on a quest for vengeance or something, and he just so happens to be fucking with a dude, hey man, go for it.
I'm cool
I
with
just
that.
hope he throw hands.
Exactly. But don't
That's-
be don't. You can put politics in a game, but don't shape the game around the politics.
That's a good way to put it.
Or also don't try to, like I said, gain brownie points just by
Yeah.
putting these politics in.
Yeah, because some people aren't gonna see the bluff, but others, which is probably the majority of people, are gonna call you out on the bluff, like they did with Overwatch and Soldier 76.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
on to another topic though. So on screen, like I said for the question, which one of these characters would you be interested in a standalone game? We gonna hit Chef with this one first.
Deadshot.
What the fuck?
Deadshot's
what?
nice.
What
That's
happened?
not Deadshot, by the way.
Oh,
I
I mean
heard-
Deathstroke.
That's Deathstroke.
They the same person.
Yes.
But
No,
yeah.
they
They are not, sir.
What's the difference?
Slade, nigga. One of them is
one's-
literally named Slade.
Okay,
One-
but what's the
well,
difference in their abilities?
Well, I don't think Deadshot can fight as well. Actually, I know for a fact he cannot
Deadshot
fight
doesn't
as
have
well as
swordplay. I don't think.
at all. He
Deadshot
He just
doesn't
know
have
how to
swordplay.
shoot.
Deadshot was just a
he's
shooting ass
he's a
nigga.
soul shooter. It's like Hawkeye.
Deathstroke is all around.
Deathstroke be healing. That nigga barely ages. He just always old. Nigga can
He's just always
he can
old.
slash some damn swords,
He's a
nigga.
prodigy of the what's that cult called that Bane and Batman went to?
League of Shadows.
League of Shadows. He is a prodigy of the League of Shadows, so that he's got that going for him.
Okay, so that's Deathstroke.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, him. He will get a standalone game. I would like to see him.
Who's the lady at the bottom right hand corner? Is that Uncharted?
That's some bitch from Red Dead Redemption. My
Damn,
bad.
why
I
she
ain't
gotta
mean
be all
to- I ain't
that?
mean to call her a bitch. I
Damn.
ain't mean to call her a bitch.
Toxicity in gaming.
God damn.
My bad.
You
I
are
didn't-
the
I didn't-
problem.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to call
wild.
her a bitch. My bad.
Hey,
No,
notice
it's
I said
just-
lady. He said bitch. I'm like, damn.
He said that without any hesitation too.
I don't know why.
Must be normal, huh?
I forget her name, but she is a cool character in that game.
She is.
Sadie.
Yeah,
man.
that's
her
her.
name. Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
play as Team Rocket. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
Getting your ass beat by Pikachu every day.
Going with Deathstroke. Most of these characters don't deserve a standalone game at all because they don't
No?
have any type of value. But
Not a single one.
nah.
You sure?
You're
Yeah.
you're definitely tripping, Chef. But okay.
Who? Please name him.
I'll go next.
And don't say Voss because he does not deserve a single player game.
I was gonna go.
He
who's
deserves a
going
movie,
next?
maybe not a single player game. You can go first. Go next.
Ganon. Literally
Oh,
the
yes.
the main. Oh
From
yeah,
Zelda. Made
yeah.
it
He's
the villain.
been the main villain of the Zelda series for
She is
years, and that's a cold ass nigga. I'll tell you that. I
Is he
would like
cold?
to. Huh? Is Ganon
he?
cold?
How
Yes.
come I've
he's
never heard of
fire.
him? The only person I heard of was Zelda.
You're trolling, right?
She's trolling.
No,
He has to be.
I know
Alright.
all the rest of these motherfuckers, but I don't know what that is.
Bro. Listen, Ganon has been the main.
Who's top left? Who's top left, Marty?
That's that nigga he was just talking about.
Ah! That's Sheik from Ocarina of Time, bro.
Yeah, like I know who that is.
All right, listen. Bottom
Whoa,
left,
what a
right. You see
cornball.
that? You see that nigga? That's Ganondorf. He's been basically the main villain of the Zelda series the entire time.
Oh, that's why. I fucked
He
up.
is Link's. Him, Zelda, and Link are destined to always reincarnate and fight. And I would like to see things from his perspective. Why?
Oh,
how
so
does
that's where Naruto got it from. Interesting.
Oh
What
my
is this
god.
nigga talking about? He's trolling, Your Honor.
Did you not say they're always destined to reincarnate? If I
Yeah, no,
Say that.
but Intra and
so, tell me
Ashura-
Naruto and Sasuke are not always.
This is not the
whole-
anime portion. Shut up about Naruto.
What the hell just happened there?
I don't know what.
Jumped into a whole different section.
That's the only
A
correlation
whole
I got.
different section.
Only
Nah, but-
correlation.
To finish what I'm saying, Ganondorf, I'd like to see how he always ends up, evil. Why is his reincarnation always just so? I don't, even though it's it's destiny for him. I want to know what he goes through. Maybe there's some type of like trauma he goes through that awakens, his innate dark powers in each of his reincarnations. Because Ganondorf has been the only, I'm pretty sure, human version of him. Because he's usually reborn as like just a pure like amalgamation of darkness and hatred. So I'd like to see how his human version becomes that. And yeah, like he's just a cool character, bro. It's
As
fucking
much as-
Ganon.
As much as I love Ocarina of Time, I've never really looked into like Zelda lore. I didn't really know that about games.
Yeah, no, he's
Like that
He's,
nigga's just always just like fucked up.
he's always
I just thought it was just an evil wizard.
nah. He's destined to be evil, but I always want to know how he gets to that point, how he builds up his powers and shit, what he goes through up until he takes over the castle and shit and fucks up reality for a little bit.
Sasuke. He's Sasuke.
Shut up.
All right, who's next here?
I'll go
Jesus
next.
Christ.
I'm surprised, Mitch, you didn't go with Siri.
Oh, I didn't beat Witcher. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I haven't even played Witcher, but I feel like that would be a popular choice for a lot of people.
She has a lot of sections in the game dedicated to her, so I don't see
okay.
why she would really need one.
Fair enough. I mean, I guess because a lot of these games either these games I haven't played or I would have no. Like, I'm not trying to play a game as Go. Like, I love
Yeah.
Star Fox, but not that much. I feel like a standalone game with Sheik would be kind of predictable because it's like I feel like it would be that period of time in Ocarina of Time where Link was asleep and then Zelda had a whole shit down, but she had to become Sheik.
Mm.
I feel like that'd be too predictable. Voss, I'd rather see a movie about him, not a game.
Yeah. yeah, definitely. He'd be way better as a movie.
Because I'm trying to see Michael Mando just act his ass off. I guess I would have to go with Deathstroke as well. Just because I feel like if he had a game, then his game it would probably be the most appealing to me because he's got like the sword
guns
play
and swords,
the assassin skills, and the gunplay. So, and I haven't played Red Dead. I don't really fuck with Pokemon like that. And I know is that Cole from Gears?
Yeah, Coltrane.
That coon ass nigga.
Coltrane.
That game probably only be 3 hours anyway. Then he gets killed, right?
Nah, basically he used to play football. He used to play football before he started doing that, so they could make a sports game.
Yeah, put him in Madden. There you go.
Yeah.
Put him in Madden. Speaking of Madden.
I'll probably have to go with Chef on this one. I don't really know that many, or I don't know the majority of the characters on here other than Deathstroke, Siri, and
Is trash.
what's that nigga's name? Falcon.
Falco.
Yeah, Falco.
Lombardi.
Yeah, well, those are the only characters I know, but definitely a Deathstroke standalone game would be pretty cool to see how he got his powers and everything.
Bro, wait, a Deathstroke game would be gas because like when he regens health, you know why? Because it's genetic. Oh wait, hold on.
Said you onto something?
Y'all are on to something, no cap. Because that was my second choice. I just like Ganon more because I love Zelda. But like from a pure gameplay standpoint, dude, a Deathstroke game would be off the charts.
Just give it to Warner Brothers. We'll be all right.
Yeah, it depends on what studio on is under.
Give them the Platinum Games. We'll be all right.
Are you?
Would y'all want it to be a beat 'em up?
Oh, what else? They gonna be?
Developers and publishers are two different things, aren't they?
Like, what if they make it like a dark? No, I'm playing.
Oh,
Say a Dark Souls game where you roll. You know what I'm saying? You got some range combat if you want with his guns. You know what I'm saying? You got some
Man,
time.
the guns ain't gonna do shit. So it's like,
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, I go
oh,
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke would be gas.
Damn.
nah, I'm
One
sure
man
wanna
beats
play
it
with
all.
Team Rocket.
Yeah, no, bro. Team
blasting
Rocket
off
would be the
again
best
every-
game.
Prepare
Ow.
for trouble.
Fuck them niggas. All right.
Team Rocket would be the best game, bro. You're bugging.
So
You're
They were
telling me
losers.
you're telling me that fucking Jesse and
Yes.
James aren't the best characters ever written in fiction?
All right, next question, please.
This nigga talking control, man.
I think we arrived at the anime section.
nah, we got one more
Hey.
question.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Same time.
Oh,
That's crazy.
forgot about
Should've
that.
been reading.
So, Mitch, what's your worst game of the decade, man?
Oh shit. Oh man. All right. It's two choices for me, right? And
You gotta
I'm
pick one.
I'm speaking from when these games came out and my level of pure disappointment, or when this game came out and my level of pure disappointment. It is probably going to be Fallout 76
Oh,
because
I thought it was gonna be 2K.
yeah. Oh no, I don't care that much about 2K. Fallout 76. I'm a huge Fallout head, as y'all know. You know, favorite game of the of ever. So when this game came out, I was pretty hyped for it. It was multiplayer Fallout, all that shit. Hyped. I feel like I've said this. I've talked about this game in this exact same way a billion times, but it's just, you know, co-op Fallout finally in like sort of like an MMO world or like an MMO format with the same like loot system, you know, the same characters, all that shit, same post-apocalyptic world. I'm like, yo, this is gonna be great. Then they announced there's no NPCs. I'm like, well, considering Fallout is like one of the main things that makes it good is the NPCs. You know, I'm not mad. I guess I'll see how the game plays out. It could always just be a crazy ass game, and it just doesn't have NPCs. You know, the loot system and all that shit. It could go crazy still. You know, the game doesn't need NPCs to be good. It's just a great add-on. You know, beta comes out. I play it. I live stream it. I'm like, this is cool, but I'm bored, and that's a problem. So I'm just gonna. I've already put my pre-order in. Granted, I didn't get charged for it. I don't know why, but you know, I put my pre-order in, so I will get the game, and I will see how the game plays out fully when it comes out. I get it day one, and I play it. I put like 3 or 4 hours into it, and I'm doing side missions and shit, and I'm bored because I'm not talking to nobody. The world feels dead. I don't see no type of co-op action going on. All these missions are just fetch quests where you kill like some rats, and the loot is boring. There's like nothing intriguing here. You'll get like a shotgun maybe that you know wears and tears as you use it, and it's just not fun. Like nothing about that game was good. And of course it was a Bethesda game, so it ran like dog shit. Like, you know, graphics cutting in and out and all that. It was just a complete failure of a game, bro. And it just weighs way more because it has the Fallout name on it. Because to me personally, before Fallout 76, Bethesda never made a definitively like objectively bad game. So for this game to come out and be the way it was like, bro, y'all putting this game puts dirt on my favorite franchise or one of my favorite franchises. So it's just the weight that game had on me, and my disappointment is just fuck that game, bro. Worst of the decade easily.
My chair has never been this squeaky. God damn.
WD-40.
Thank you. Chef,
Yes, sir.
worst game of the decade, sir, in your
That
opinion,
you played.
Now check
that
me
you
out.
have
Now check
played.
me out.
Yes.
Talk to
I
us, bro.
don't necessarily have a worst game of the decade. I technically do, but I don't necessarily do. I just have a disappointing game of the decade.
That
If that's okay.
qualifies. That qualifies.
All right. I'm gonna give you the technically bad game of the decade, which is Division 2. Even though I didn't know it was worse until it released last year, which was within the decade. So it is technically the worst of the decade. But my most disappointing one is Borderlands 3.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because I don't really have a. It's not a worst game. It just didn't.
The biggest disappointment for
Yeah,
sure.
for me, because I was waiting for a while for that game. Even took my first week of vacation off of that game.
You really
Days off
did.
for that.
Damn.
Yeah, both me and Chef did. I think I took just the one day, but
I mean, I had to
yeah.
get my wisdom teeth out that week as well, but I still took a week off just to play Borderlands 3 and wasn't really too satisfied with it. So,
That's tough.
but it's all going to be rectified once the full edition comes out
I ain't back.
late next year, maybe this year, late this year. My fault. We are in a whole different year.
Wait, no, the full edition with every DLC?
Yeah,
Mayhem.
That
'Cause
probably
how
won't
how
come out
many?
till 2021.
Yeah, because how many years of Borderlands 2 DLC?
3.
Yeah.
2. No. 2. Yeah, 2 years worth of DLC. And I think the full, it won't be called the Game of the Year edition because it didn't win Game of the Year, but it'll
Mayhem
probably be
edition.
called the Mayhem edition. It'll probably come out 2021, mid 2021. That'll have like, crazy cosmetics, all the DLC, all of that. I don't see that coming out next year though. Or I mean this year.
Depends on how long they plan on supporting.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, that'll definitely be the last edition that comes out for that game.
Yep.
So it might not. I don't expect it to last as long as 2. The fact that it got backlash. It's not as loved as 2 is. So
And, side note.
and they got to work on Godfall, and they got to make
And-
sure they don't fuck that up.
This won't be the final Borderlands because that whole, if y'all remember the end of the pre-sequel when they established like a war, this wasn't that war. This is like kind of like a lead up to that war. That actual whole war thing that they were teasing, that will probably be in the next Borderlands. Whenever that comes out, probably 2026 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be there for that.
Jesus.
I only like Borderlands 2.
You cut
Damn,
out
so
heavily.
bad.
So I think I'm done with Borderlands after this one. I only have 2. I'm not gonna be around.
Mm. That's
I'm
fair.
not gonna hold you, bro. I ain't got no hope for Godfall. No more.
Oh,
Oh damn. I ain't mad
damn,
at
bro.
that.
I
I
really
ain't
don't.
mad at that.
We got to see gameplay. Like I'm not giving up. But I got to see some gameplay to restore some hope. Because
It's not even. It's just that because I know it's gonna be one of those launch titles, and launch titles are definitely not good games
yeah,
into it. So I don't
Rest in
even
peace,
have
Killzone.
hope for it anymore. I'll still look out for it, but it's not gonna be something that I'm about to dive into.
yeah.
Division 2 is ass.
Blitz, what about you? What's your...
Yo, Aaron got me distracted with these World Star videos.
That shit kind of gas, bro. No cap.
All right.
That second one, not Cardi.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The second one.
Yeah, I'll look at that later. Try to put that DTL.
Oh,
Um,
oh.
I had to well, mine originally was gonna be Borderlands 3, mainly because it was so disappointing to me. But I could think of a game that I had a worse time with, and this came out several years ago, but it's within the decade. Call of Duty Ghosts,
Ooh wee.
worst game of the decade I ever played, yo. Like, I've told the story before. Like, my college roommate had it before I did. Well, I was thinking about buying it, but my college roommate, he's a Call of Duty nut, so he always buys them day one. He always pre-orders that shit. But I was going home one weekend, and he let me borrow it for the weekend. I went home on Tuesday. I drove back to campus and returned that game to him by Friday. That shit is ass, yo. Because that game was just had such bad timing because it was right before the PS4 and the Xbox One came out. So it's like they designed the game for the next gen consoles at the time, but they were everyone was still stuck on current gen since no one could afford a PS4 or an Xbox One at the time. So it was just a bad mix. Like case in point, Stonehaven, bro. What the fuck is that map?
That is probably the worst map in
What
Call
the
of Duty
fuck
history.
is Stonehaven, bro? I want to
That
fight
is
the nigga that came
maps.
up with that concept.
But not gonna lie though, I feel like these Modern Warfare maps are equivalent to it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but Stonehaven was bad. In fact, it was big
For no reason, dude. There
because
was nothing appealing about it either.
there was nothing appealing to it, and it was big as fuck, and the matches were still 6v6, so you could run around for literally 3-4 minutes and not run into anybody, or get shot by a nigga camping in a castle wall or some shit, and then you won't see anybody for another 5 minutes. Almost like Battlefield, but at least Battlefield is, that's kind of comes with the territory because it's a huge ass map, but there's objectives and shit tied to it. Yeah, Ghost was probably the worst game I played because I could not stand to have it in my Xbox for more than a week.
Marty, nigga.
Oh damn! Why? Lord.
Damn, why?
Shit. Hold up. Let me do a quick research. I had to make
Oh
sure.
my god, you gotta be ready,
Your
bro.
Honor.
Nah, I was ready, but then I
He's
forgot when
horny, Your
it came
Honor.
out. You know
Right,
what? This
yeah.
game did come out in the decade. Horizon Zero Dawn.
What?
You want to try this
Hey,
shit again?
Hey yo, I'm about to say, Marty, they about to tear you up. You better
Yo,
defend yourself.
Yo.
I don't-
You better be ready to
not
defend
care.
yourself.
You cannot talk to me about that game.
No,
because
we
I
can't.
played it. I've
We don't
given
stop
it
talking to you.
multiple
We
attempts,
all played it. You
multiple
smoking
hours.
dick.
That game bored the shit out
Marty,
of me. The story.
That
What a
nigga
fucking
chef came out
loser
the
we
you
cut.
are.
all know
I-
why you are
Listen,
you're not infantry. Holy shit.
That nigga came out the cut. You want to try that
You
shit
wanna
again?
you wanna try that shit again?
No, it's
Bro,
no
like, what is
need
terrible?
to.
You said it was
I-
boring?
It was look, listen, man. I expected a nice, heavy-hitting story with this.
The
Different
story is
aspect
ass. I'm
of
not gonna hold you.
fighting.
The story
That-
was predictable.
Maybe it was me expecting so much out of the story, but I was genuinely excited for different take it took on fighting dinosaurs and in the aspects of mechanic dinosaurs. I was looking to see how the was. It was vast. I was more excited to see what the world is in Horizon, and I didn't get that. It was nothing major. It didn't made me it didn't when I sat down and played it, when I play certain games and I keep playing them, I want that urge. I want to think about it all day. After that first day of playing it, I completely forgot about the game. It did not give me that urge to play it every waking second that I was thinking. As I was conscious, I didn't dream about the game if it wasn't like the game was boring, and I brought it day one. I was so excited. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was getting. You could have told me that game was gonna be ass before I brought it, and I still would have bought it to see for myself. Did, and it just didn't cut the cake at all. And I know that people love the game. I get it. I just don't see how.
Not for its story though, because the story is it's predictable and it's kind of bland. I'll give you that. The story isn't great, but the game. Wow, you didn't really fuck with the gameplay, huh?
No, because it didn't explain much about what was going on around it. Yeah, everything looked it was smooth as hell. Don't get me wrong, that game was smooth than the motherfucker, but it didn't entice me to want to keep playing. And it's just it's a sad story, but that game disappointed me the most out of played. I've played Anthem.
Well,
And that's saying a lot.
Chef Mitch, how does the court rule?
He got his opinion.
He's capping, Your Honor, but you know.
If he
I-
mainly
I-
talking about the story, I can understand that. But
Yeah,
No,
the story wasn't great, but the
this-
gameplay was.
yeah, the
story
gameplay
was
was made it legit.
The story was part of the problem. The gameplay didn't do enough to save the other aspects of the game, as them not explaining in greater detail as to what was going on around him, who the real greater threat was. If it didn't happen within the first 10 hours or so of the game, then it's really not a game.
Yeah, that's why I can't get on.
Yeah,
because
I can't
play
knock it
games
either.
different from him. Sometimes I really just don't care about the story. I just care about the gameplay itself.
Oh,
As long as
God, that's
I was
terrible.
enjoying the gameplay, I was gonna keep playing it.
Yeah, I
Regardless of what
mean,
the story was
yeah,
talking
like
about.
I mean, I like to pay attention to the story most of the time, but that story in particular wasn't keeping me interested. But the gameplay was interesting enough to me to make me want to continue through it. So even though by the time I got towards the end of the game, I was so. But all right,
Um. Oh, should I answer the question?
did Mitch answer the question? Oh no,
Yeah.
Fallout. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
76.
Worst game of the decade that I played. Damn. I would probably have to say Anthem. I'd probably have to say Anthem just for the sheer disappointment. Just a sheer disappointment. And I don't have anything else to say because you already know. So
But they're
Anthem it
overhauling
is.
the game and they're gonna
No,
fix it.
no.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Twitter.
I
So
might give it another try.
well, good
They got to
luck.
come with it though.
Good luck to you, sir. Excuse me. But you see what I typed in general?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So we're gonna go on to the life portion. Just one question since we hitting like 2 hours and about to be
Two
30
and a half.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, uh, let's see. Chef. Chef, you here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. During Corona time, how have you keeping yourself focused and motivated on your goals?
Uh, well, I didn't have any goals to begin with, because it's literally just the same thing I've been doing way before the corona even hit.
Stacking
Wake
your
up,
bread.
go to work. Wake up, go to work, get that check, come home, game,
Repeat.
go to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically all that.
I feel that. Marty, what about you?
Same thing, sir.
Blitz, same thing.
Kinda, sorta. I mean, I'm still working, or I have been working, so I haven't missed a beat. Um, I guess when it comes to goals specifically, my company forces us to make goals, even though that's just kind of for the birds, because I know them niggas ain't really gonna help that much anyway. Um, but it's kind of a good way to at least write them down and like keep me honest on them and have it trackable at some point. So like, I mean, I guess there's that. But in terms of like goals for what I want for myself, like personally, I mean, I'm just trying to save as much money as I can. Um, so, um, I mean, Corona hasn't really affected that much, especially with the little stimulus check we got. I've been able to dodge a few payments on student loans and other things that I pay on a monthly basis, stuff like that. So, I'd say I'm for the most part I'm on track still, so I'm satisfied.
Hey, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Michelin Man, SynCon, Mitch.
No, I'm about to say he's not gonna
Yeah,
answer
I
that first.
know.
Nigga, I haven't. I don't. I don't know, to be honest. I know what I'm trying to get to, and I have for a good while. So it hasn't really. I haven't really changed anything really. Like it's just the same. Like I know what I'm trying to do, and I know what, you know. I just I've just always been focused lately. Like not even before quarantine. I just was always focused on my shit. Like Corona hasn't really changed that.
You said you got a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, unless Corona stops that plan, because it can very much so. So,
Hey, bro.
but if it does not, it'll stay the same, and it will hopefully go into fruition very soon.
Hey, hopefully, bro.
Oh, God.
Hopefully. Um, to hand the question to myself, I would probably have to say, I've been meditating a lot, and that's been helping just clear my mind. So, usually after I meditate, I get shit done. So, just been meditating more. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I am, black, and
I'm proud.
proud, yes, very much so.
Yes, sir.
So, believe. Hold on. Okay. My shit was fucking up for a minute. All right. anybody, anybody else got anything else to say?
As in closing statements or just
I mean,
yeah.
closing statements, just something they want to get off their chest, bro. Like, hey, just open floor.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Big up my nigga for coming back to the ArcSeas Twitter account. I know I got a little heated.
Oh my god,
But
yeah.
That
thank
was
you for
funny though.
coming back, bro.
Yo, go watch the end of the last episode on YouTube, y'all. This nigga Mitch went off out of nowhere. That shit.
But yeah, I appreciate you coming back, bro. You're a saving grace. I love you, bro. And yeah, this was a pretty good podcast. Not gonna lie.
It was a chunky podcast, almost 2.5 hours.
Hey, we gotta make something out of nothing. You feel me?
I mean, we had some pretty big news come out: Assassin's Creed, The Last of Us 2 debacle, all that shit.
Let's go.
And then we talked a lot about the toxicity thing. So
Yeah.
Oh, I got one thing. This new Kakarot DLC is ass. Don't get it.
oh,
shit.
Marty criticizing something about Dragon Ball.
Hey, I'm an honest
Wow.
We gotta
person.
turn the
I'm an
stream
honest
off, bro.
person.
Something about to happen.
You good.
That asteroid might be coming back for a double
Yeah.
for another round. Yo.
That shit's a waste of
That
money.
nigga
So,
looping around the sun right now, yo.
That's
real
crazy.
quick, right? They say it's supposed to be some story extending thing. It's not. You get like 10 minutes at max of story. Basically, what it is you unlocking forms that you already got if you played the game, and you're unlocking the god form, the first god form, the red hair. That's it. There's no story aspect to it. You're not having multiple conversations. Beerus or Whis doesn't even go to Earth at all. It's not Battle of Gods. Complete trash. And what it really is for is to help people who got the game late, because each mission you do to unlock the form, it goes from Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, then some ultimate Kaioken shit, which is stupid in my opinion, and then God, and all you do is fight Whis and Beerus the whole goddamn time. And you can only use these level ups with you can use it with other characters, but you can only unlock them by using Vegeta or Goku. So it makes the rest of the fucking cast obsolete in a way. So DLC is complete ass. Fuck Bandai. Suck
Let
my
him know.
dick.
Hey, talk to him.
That's all I gotta say
I
about
ain't
that.
gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That what the fuck? Yeah, that that game, that base game wasn't trash, bro. But if that DLC some butt, I don't know, man. Cause
There are 2 more parts coming out, but this was basically to level up, to get items to quickly level up your characters, which I think is a waste of time it spent to actually drop the DLC, and the fact that they put that half-ass story, 10 minutes of fucking story in the game. So that's what I'm really upset about. They didn't flesh out God of War within the movie or the TV episode they did. So I'm just upset, and it was trash. It was a waste of money. Don't get it. So
Hey,
maybe
make
it
sure you
all-
fill out the survey.
There ain't none. Fuck them niggas.
Damn. Yo, go tweet at him.
I just might.
I've been tweeting Bandai for 2.5 years. Not once have I seen a Super Dragon Ball Fighters, bro.
That's tough.
Holy. All right.
You good?
yo,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
chilling.
chilling.
I guess my closing statement is, we talked about this in the Discord yesterday. Live your life how you want to live it. Yeah. I mean, because case in point, I said this year I wanted to go out and travel and do more things. I went to that near concert in January, had a good time. Lo and behold, Corona time came through. Now nobody ain't going no damn where. So I'm glad I went when I did. And I just spent a lot of money on some more near merchandise. So if it's within your means, go ahead. Hey, fuck it, do you? As long as you don't break the bank.
um,
Sometimes you just gotta plant your flag. You want
Ye-
something, go get it.
honestly, bro, and I guess I'm gonna do my closing statement before everyone. Actually, no, I'm not. Chef, what's your closing statement?
God damn. Hey,
I thought I thought that was his closing statement.
I never had one.
Oh, true.
I was just gonna say be prepared for next week's or this Sunday's Last Dance episodes because I'm pretty sure Kobe Bryant is about to pop up.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it may be some
Yeah.
tears rolling.
They're gonna be some man tears flowing on Twitter, yo. Fuck.
Yeah.
Captain, my captain.
I was born.
Well, shout out Isaiah Thomas though. Since we're talking about Last Dance, I got his back, yo. Fuck all these niggas talking about we niggas still whining, yo. Michael Jordan a bitch. I said it. He a whole baby back bitch. Him, Horace Grant, that nigga Scottie Pippen had a whole migraine. Knew damn well he was faking that shit. We did that shit.
This nigga cursing out the whole fucking Bulls roster.
And I do it
goddamn.
again too. Fuck those niggas, yo. We taught them niggas how to win. They couldn't do nothing until they got past us. That's facts. You can check that. You think I'm bullshitting? They couldn't do nothing until they got past us.
Oh man.
Fuck Michael.
Fuck Michael. Oh man. That's
Oh,
fucking
baby
hilarious.
back bitch, yo. Getting niggas shot over shoes. Fuck that nigga Michael, yo.
Man, oh man.
Mitch, did you have closing statement?
Yeah.
Marty, closing
Nah, I
statement.
said mine.
Chef, closing statement. Blish,
I just gave
closing
mine.
statement.
Yeah, it's late. He don't know where
I
he
have
is
a
right
headache, bro.
now. Yeah, let's go home.
Yeah. My closing statement, I did want to piggyback off what Blitz said, just because we were talking about yesterday. Like, hey man, I definitely get what he's saying, and I would advise all of you to do that.
Don't spend a
Just-
lot of money on things. Don't do it all the time. But
Yeah, don't do it all the time, but spoil yourself a little bit, treat yourself a
if
little
you
bit,
want
you
something,
know?
go get it.
Yeah, if you want something, go get it. Like, I know for myself, I want to find out what the things I really want in life. I want to experience like true happiness, you know? So, if you want that, just go ahead get it, bro. Just go ahead get it. So, that's my closing statement. I love y'all beautiful people. Just be careful out here in the streets, you know, Corona's still running rampant. Second wave
Don't
about to
get too
hit.
comfy yet.
Yeah.
Don't get too comfy yet.
Yeah, just because states are reopening doesn't mean you should go back outside. So
Yo, niggas is leaking out
please-
outside. Yo, they sneaking outside the front door, and then somebody see them, they run back inside. Now hold up now.
Yeah, just please be
Niggas
careful.
Niggas finna be playing Metal Gear Solid, bro. Trying to leave their crib. Just stay home, bro. I promise.
Yeah, just stay home for a little bit, bro. And now for the people who actually have to work to like stay alive, hey,
Y'all the real MVPs.
yeah,
Uh,
get y'all checked. However, but for the niggas that can stay home, stay ass home, please. And I'm talking about Karen. Stay home.
Karen. You can't say that. That's the new N-word.
I'll say
Yeah.
that shit whenever I feel like
Hey,
it.
you know what? You know what? I'll say Karen. I'll say Becky. I'll say fucking. Hey,
All
At
right,
me, bro. get me.
please.
Have these Karens been getting whipped?
Yeah.
No.
Have they been hung? Have Karens been hung?
Whipped by the weight of the patriarchy weighing down on them.
Yo,
as-
you've been.
I'm about to move you. Holy shit.
Yo,
I'm about to move this
yo,
nigga.
you've been on the dark side of Twitter. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
They don't make no damn sense, bro.
Yeah. This has been Kenpachi's podcast. Kenpachi's Room Podcast, episode 47. I'm stupid.
Smoking, nigga.
I love y'all. I haven't been smoking. Shut up.
Lay off the weed.
Don't you vape, dick? Alright, I'm out.
Whoa.
I'll see y'all
Yeah,
later.
all right,
Peace.
goodbye.
Why are you thinking about this?
I mean, you vape, you always in the mic and shit, nigga. You doing it now? Look at you.
Oh, is that on the?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I ain't stopped
Oh my
streaming yet.
God.
Oh god.